Welcome to the stream, guys. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I just had to. Man, I'm so not ready for this because the kids suddenly, just before the kids went to bed, they went like They started, you know, doing the things that kids do. Yeah, suddenly daddy had to come into the room all of a sudden. So the youngest started crying for no reason. I was like, what's going on? And he goes like, he's got this no shit. So he's going like crying because he's got no shit on his hand. I'm like, what? So I had to like, it's just that stuff that comes out from your nose. When you get older, you might eat it. Yes. Yeah, all the kids who do disgusting things when they get a bit older. Yeah, I hope you guys are well. Welcome to the show. Yes, this is what I like to call Bring Your Tactics. I can't come up with a better name for this. We also have Game Changer, where I take a look at your saves as well, and you can submit your saves. But on this show is Bring Your Tactics, so try to keep those saves, because it's a bit big to download some of these saves. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had one save that came in at about 500 megabytes. I was like, what? So, yeah, and it was like, it had, I don't know, man. I think he had the whole game loaded. So I was like, every single play in the world, plus. And I was like, what is going on? And I'm just here to look at your tactics, man. Not, find out what it's like to click continue. Anyway, so this is a chance for you to bring in your tactics. There's no judgment or nothing. I don't judge your tactics. I help you out with your tactics. Maybe some of your tactics are so good. Some of the community's tactics are insanely good, right? And of course, the number of permutations we've done on this show boggles the mind. I think we've done I lost track. 20 or 30 versions of a 4-3-3? 4-2-3-1, I lost track as well. What was the most popular formations we've had? We had the 4-2-3-1, with the 4-3-3, we've had the 4-4-2, lots of permutations. So if you're interested in any of these others, you have to watch the shows. I'm trying to do shorter, edited versions of this show as well that, may help you guys out. And I'm hoping it does. Once again, try not to send in more than one tactic. I know there's a version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4. We sometimes get quite a few versions of the same tactic. Please don't pick one. And the other thing is, this is my point of view, right? Naturally, you might have players, so sometimes I try to use it with different kinds of clubs. We use it with, I think, sometimes we do it Aston Villa, sometimes we do it Borussia Dortmund. We've already finished the season with Borussia Dortmund. They finished second. We changed the tactic every single game, which actually which basically reinforces my point. Tactical familiarity, don't pay too much attention to it. Yes, the most important thing about tactical familiarity in the game is positional familiarity. That's what's most important, because the game has got an algorithm that tells you the attribute dispersion of a certain player playing a certain role, position, and duty. Okay, that's how it works. So there is a weight attached to this as well. You don't know the weight. SI doesn't want to tell us the weight. You're not letting anyone know their magic secret sauce, which basically means it's not. For me, you don't want me to know. Okay, fine. So we played a tactic every single game. We've got a save that we've been doing for the last few seasons. It's called the hot potato save, where people change tactics every month, and they can't use the same formation twice, and they win titles and get promoted. What's the big deal then? Essentially, this positional familiarity is more important than anything else, right? So if a player is not familiar with the position, then he might make mistakes. Now, if a player is in a certain position and you want him to play a certain role, the game has an algorithm that determines whether that player is good enough for that role. You and the game may not see it the same way. So I certainly don't. I've done it many times. The game comes up, target man, tall, dark, and handsome. I'm going to go, no more. I want target man, short, speedy. It doesn't matter in the game. The target man is just a target in the game, who receives the pass, right? That's what it is. He's just, the game goes, hey, give him the ball. Okay, what if you are playing whip crosses? What if you're playing a mid block and you just want a really fast player to be the focal point of your attacks? Of course, you use an advanced forward. That's the easy one, right? But what if I really wanted to point the ball at him all the time? You can. with a target man. So the thing is this: don't fall into the trap thinking that there are rules in this game that you need to follow. We've broken every single rule on this stream. We've used Neymar as a libero. The game says you can't. People say you can't. We've done it. We've used defense. We used defensive midfielders in FM16. The day it launched, we started using defensive midfielders as inverted wingbacks. It worked. We use wrong-footed fullbacks all the time. People say don't do it. I say do it because he does one over the top. So don't fall for this. I mean, there is I believe that you should try the game out and have fun doing it, right? So enjoy yourselves. So here we are. Bring your tactics. We've got lots of tactics to look at. Let's not waste too much time. It's my mindless dribble. I tend to go on and on and on and on and on. It's a bloody waste of my time. And yours too. Okay, so we've got a couple of tactics. I think this was covered last week, the Belgian box. Okay, so we've got Hanyo, your tactics. So we're going to look at all the tactics. So the first couple of tactics that come in from the guys out there, the link is in chat right now. You send in, I'll take the first 5 to 7. I don't know how many we're going to do. We'll do a few, quite a few actually. But there was one stream that lasted 6 hours. I felt sick the next day. So let's try, I'm not exactly a spring chicken, Let's think of my health. Okay. I love the fact that so many of you come in and, wanna wait. Seriously, I was looking at Hanyo's tactic. There we go. Oh no, let's do it in order. Okay, let's just go user like this. Not sure it's not user. Salisbury. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, lovely. Gotta love a good old-fashioned 4-3-3. Love these tactics. They are the easiest to set up in the game. You know why they're so good? Check this out. Okay, you can go to this analysis screen. It will tell you things. Okay, normally I don't bother. I'm like, hey man, I don't care about this screen. But no, this actually helps. Okay, look at this, right? Good coverage, plays. It depends on the player. So how is this determine? Players' attributes for the role, players' positional familiarity, and also the players' and the duty you've chosen, right? So these are the several things that go into this. So right now he's on winger on support. Let's change him to a winger on attack. What happens here? Oh, nothing. So far nothing, right? So it's not so bad because he's gonna be keeping this area. He's going to be working on this area anyway, so yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, anyway, this is just information that's nice to have. Okay, so let's look at the tactic quickly. Find out what you got. We want to know whether you're one of those who's got 101,000 PIs. Okay, you don't. Okay, let's go play the game. One other thing, guys, we do remove injuries, yes, because we do want players available for our little, this is a show not to show you how good we've done with the season. This is a show where we try and figure out tactics. So cut me some slack. Can you imagine if we had to bring your tactics and there was only 10 players available because the rest were injured? Wouldn't be very much more. Wouldn't be fun, would it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're just gonna let the ass man, because sometimes you go on, you want to take a holiday, right, in the game. I don't know about you, I do that all the time. I want to go on a holiday. I want my ass man to have fun with my tactic. Let me choose who wants to play. Yeah, sometimes you do this, right? So I do this all the time. So let's just go in. The assistant manager has improved in Football Manager over the years. It has. So how do we do this? Okay, we play the game first half. All right, the first half I don't make any changes unless I'm screaming to. Okay, I do not try and make any changes to the tactic in the first half because we want to see how your tactic plays out without any changes. That's important. The second half we try to, and I want to do it straight away. I don't want to do it in the 60th minute because there are things that are going to happen in this game. If it's two teams that are evenly matched, chances are towards the second half of the match, if two teams evenly matched, one team is away, one team is at home, they might push the ante. They might go a bit more attacking, right? So let's go. Let's once again look at the attacking. See what we have. We have a 4-3-3. All right, let's try and determine how this is going to play, right? Fullback and support, not very adventurous. Okay, what is this got for PIs? Mark tighter. Okay, I like this. Defensively, when the ball comes over the top, you want him to get onto the wingers. Make sure the winger doesn't have it too easy with the ball, right? CD, DMD, CM on attack, very, very safe roles. CD's thing about Football Manager is you have to remember your defensive line. If your defensive line is really low, and you got CDs and you got wingbacks on attack, them CDs are going to be crying because they only got this player to pass the ball to. Because your defensive line is deep, right? So it's not very close to your midfield. When it's not very close to your midfield, players need to bring the ball out of defense. Right, they got to dribble a bit more because they're looking for passing options. So you got to think about your defensive line as well. So sometimes players end up hoofing the ball. I found that, when I use ball playing defenders and I've got high defensive lines, they bring the ball out. There's always going to be an option if there's got a few support duties. Like this is a very solid tactic because of the base, right? So it covers the area very carefully. But what we'll look out for is how these players play the passes, right? Okay, do they hoof the ball? Do they bring the ball out of defense or not? Then we've got wingback on support, marking tighter, fine, box to box, CM on attack, wing on support. I mean, this looks like a very safe tactic. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it. I think it's decent, right? Maybe we're not going to use opposition instructions in this game, I think, because I don't know what the defaults are. Yeah, we got so many saves. We got if I showed you the saves, can I just show you the saves later? There's so many. We've got 30 over saves, man. We got teams from Bodo Glim to wherever they are. What in the world just happened? This is one heck of a way to start, man. Let's go to comprehensive. Okay, let's see a bit more. Okay, you got age of area. Did you have anybody in the age of area with your indirect wide free kicks? Let's go ahead and check. Indirect wide, age of... No. Wow. You are really scared of the indirect wide free kick. You know what just happened in your indirect wide free kick? Everybody was on a line, right? We just saw that happen. Everybody was standing on the line, right? The ball got cleared. They did a fantastic job of winning the ball. The ball got cleared to this point where you had 3 players in front of the box, acting as a wall. 2 other players man marking. No wonder they were free for the second shot. No. Why do you need so many in the wall? I mean, maybe just take one out, age of area, right? Just do that, right? Take one guy, right? You don't need everybody there. You need somebody at the edge of the area closing down, because these guys at the edge of the area, sometimes they close down players. I mean, it depends on whether they have the attributes, right? So there's another thing about them. Hey, hold on. What happened to Football Manager? Oh, shish kebabs. You know why? We're playing it without attributes. Sorry, we got to change the skin soon. You're supposed to see those attributes, but I play without attributes, right? So, I mean, I want to stop playing without attributes because there's so much... I mean, I enjoy it. I just wanted to do it to show you guys how important statistics are in the game, right? To me, it's game is a game. I want to help you guys out. To me, I don't need to play without attributes. It's easier for me not to play without attributes to show you. So here we go. Nice build up. Look at this. This is good. The defensive routine needs to be a bit of work, but I like the build up play here. It's pretty solid. You got players attacking the area. He's going wide. Yeah, maybe players with a bit of strike. This is decent, right? What can we do here? I'm not supposed to make changes. You got work ball into box. I just want to check. Okay. There's something about Football Manager 23. It loves width. It does. You want to see those crosses coming in? Play with more width. Yep. Okay, we've got another clearance. Okay. I mean, so far the build-up play is pretty okay. Maybe what I would do with this is, okay, we need to score a goal, right? Okay, we gotta have to wait until the second half because I'm not supposed to make any changes. I can go and extend the highlights. I gotta tie my hands first, man. This is like one of those, right? Let's play with the tactics, see what we can do. Okay, that's not too bad. Pressing forward, he's gonna burst forward there. Wing on support. He's got plenty of support. This is fine. Now, if you wanted this to be a bit different, right? You may want to see another player crossing the ball, right? Then you change the CM on attack to a Mazzala. Right, when he becomes a Mazzala attack, he comes in here, works with the inside forward, and together they can create goal scoring opportunities for the inside forward on the other flank. That's one option. But right now, because your tactic isn't very wide, that inside forward is not getting a lot of love. Right, so I would sometimes go, okay, I want to create a bit more options on the flanks, right? So you could in games, right, just change that CM on attack into player, because right now looking at the formation you're playing against, because a lot of the time you're playing against a formation. It's not like we're playing by ourselves. So when you have he's trying to attack the center, this guy's trying to attack the center, this guy is drifting around once in a while, this guy's trying to pop a ball into the box, this guy has no ambition in life whatsoever. Okay, this guy is probably helping the rest out. What do we have? We have these players trying to attack centrally. One DM is blocking the way. One Mazzala, there's space here, right? There's actually space on this side of the pitch. So our left side could benefit from a Mazzala. Yeah, Mazzala and the Mazzala. Maybe you can just leave a box to box because the Mazzala always has to defend. This Mazzala always has to defend. The box to box is acting against the AP. The CM on attack is acting against the Mazzala. So what we can do is play with a bit more width, right? Because there's going to be space here. That's one option. We'll just wait until the second half. Okay. We'll just wait. Hands tight. I love a good old school 4-4-2. I love 4-4-2. The 4-4-2 is fantastic on Football Manager. I just love the 4-4-2. I like my old school 4-4-2. 2 ball-playing midfielders, 1 pressing forward on support, 1 DLF on attack. That's it. Simplicity. It's just good. Okay, the fullback on support, yeah, he has to play a deep pass from the back. Nobody's bringing the ball out. We're not pushing our team high up the pitch. Yeah. So the first half with the tactic, well, we need to make a couple of changes, right? So what would I do if I was in this kind of situation? Firstly, let's go to your set pieces. Obviously, we have a problem in the department called indirect free kick wide. That's how we conceded the goal in the first place, right? So we're gonna, I'm just gonna remove 1 more. Yeah, I just put 1 more at the edge of the area. Okay, I tell you, it's not going to make much of a difference if we put 3 or 2. They're still going to get the ball in. Okay, try the little experiment. Put as many as you want over there. Okay, put another one here. Okay, just got 2 more. Okay, maybe we'll just advance it. We can tell this guy to go back now. Maybe he'll just hang around, pick up somebody if they need to be picked up. Okay, so we go and go back. Oh yeah, we're supposed to change the skin. No, we haven't changed the skin yet. Okay, so yeah, we're not changing the skin. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll change certain things. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, we make small changes, right? I'm not magic. The idea here is to help you play, help you see things, right? I'm not going to just go in there and make all the changes that we need to do because we need to see how the changes play out. First thing I'm going to do, bang, we go maximum width. That's the first thing we do. All right, now, is this risky? Maybe for this guy. All right, what is he doing? Marking tighter. That's about it. CD. Well, we might need players who can bring the ball out of defense. This guy may bring the ball out, but we want to see these balls, go around the pitch a bit more. Yeah. The other thing about when you're playing on Football Manager, we're not going to talk about the defensive line. I'm gonna issue a guide very soon. I'm talking about defensive lines very soon. So it's things that people might have missed out on for Football Manager 23. I'm going to release the guide. It's going to be available to everybody. It's going to be in the form of PDF, so all of you can go and read it in your own sweet time. Okay. Defensively, not too bad. Okay. We got to think about the spaces, right? Oh, no, he's gone through. Not very good. Are you using step up, more drop deep? I don't think so, right? So that's fine. Okay. 2 players on the post. Defensive routines are personal preferences. Okay, again, hey, Hoffenheim still, right? They're all over us. Okay, what can we do now? Playing a mid block, that's fine. Prevent short goalkeeper disposition. We're drawing them in and trying to hit them. Okay, this is a mid block trying to hit players into space, but where are you using the space? Nowhere, because there's no one is using the space, right? You got pressing for support. Only this guy's attacking. So who's delivering the crosses? Let's go and do 1 wing back support, right? Okay. Now let's try something else as well. Maybe you don't have the players for them, but okay, we will do BM, CM on attack, attacking this space, and then we got wing. Okay, I'll go Mazzala here on support, right? We'll go with a winger on attack. All right, and then we'll leave a press. Mid block. You can have, if you're a good team, pressing forward on support might help. Yeah, but the idea here is that you're going to be sitting in the opposition third and moving them around. Okay, this is not sitting in the opposition third, moving them around. This is sitting back and trying to hit them over the top. And then you're looking for this guy to attack. So what I will do is I'll change this guy to a pressing forward on attack, or maybe an advanced forward. Okay, just keep it simple. All right, so we've kept it simple. Maybe, okay, I'll tell you what, since we got these 2 on attack, we'll just leave him alone. We just changed 1 role here, who's a winger, 1 wing back to get him high up the pitch. Work ball into box. We're not going to work ball into box, right? If you're a good team, yeah, but we are trying to come back. So, stay on feet. Yeah, okay, we'll just try these changes first. Oh, highlights ours. Okay, good. That's the first highlight. Okay, Frimpong. The wing back now is high up the pitch. We've got Mazzala. He's now tracking. So we got... There's central defenders, no ambition. Look at that. They're just going to play the pass out. And then you've got that to do, right? You've got that to do. So they're not pulling anyone to them, right? I am a huge fan of using the ball playing defender, right? So no one is doing anything, right? So why don't we do this? Since we want to unleash this side, we'll just tell this guy to be a ball-playing defender. We don't have to do much, right? We're not going to add my triple more instruction. We're just going to use a ball-playing defender. We want one player to break the tier. Yeah, we're just struggling right now, man. There's a lot to do with this tactic. That we have to do quite a few things to change things around. So using the tactic, we can see that we are not doing well, right? Why can only be a member with a credit card even on paper? I don't know, man, Daniel Smith. But you can always drop in your tactics here. You don't have to use PayPal and all that stuff. Just you know, there's a link here to drop in your tactics. It's not like you have to go on PayPal to do it. Man, shish kebabs. Okay. All right. So we done a few changes. Okay. We're using a bit more width. Okay. Now we get at least something going, right? Okay. All right. Now let's try and get something going. Counter. Let's drop the counter press. Okay. All right. We're gonna hit the early cross. We're gonna hit that team before they can sit back and defend. That's what I want to do. Okay. All right. Yeah, we can leave it like this. Okay. So we just changed a few small things only, right? Now, the thing is this, our mentality is pretty decent. I think it's positive, right? Yeah. Normally, when I'm playing against a 5-3-2 like this, what the AI has, I am very attacking. I don't allow them out the third. I don't allow these wingbacks to have any say in the game. But we're just looking at this tactic and not trying to react. I mean, what we're gonna do is just look at this tactic right now and try and work on it. Okay, it's getting to be a bit better, but now the whole back line is with yellow cards. Hinge Kapi, who are you, man? I have no idea what your attributes are like. Okay, Jonathan Ta, no clue. We're just gonna put you here. Maybe you're better. We're gonna have to turn on the attributes later. Okay, this is not helping. Okay, Andrich into the wall. Okay, it's not too bad. We could have done better, but I would generally play it a bit more like this because you're playing a tactic that is set up in a mid block. Okay. I would just go adding, like, turning these two guys to the wing backs, playing this guy as a ball playing defender, playing hit early cross. Okay, you know, you don't have to go all the way, right? You can go fairly wide, remove the counter press because you don't want to break your shape. See, your pressing instruction is okay. Right? This is fine. You don't want to break your shape. You don't need any of this as well. Honestly, you don't. You don't have to turn on any of this. That's fine. Okay. Is this one we're gonna stop the cross? But keep it simple, like this. Right? One winger, one Mazala. Okay, if you don't use a Mazala, you can use a CM on support. Or if you use a CM on attack, then he has to attack that space. Now, if he attacks that space, you need a really solid DM here. Those are just some of the small tweaks. Plus your set pieces, your indirect white. You don't need to have 3 players in the wall for an indirect white. Yeah, you just need one. Yeah, it looks a lot better now. When you don't choose step up more or drop deeper, right? What happened? He's got a red card. Okay. All right. When you don't choose step up more or drop deeper, the game defaults on decision making, right? For your team. What the situation plus your mentality that you're using. Okay. I like what I'm seeing right now a lot more. Okay. All right. Yeah, can you, if you have uploaded any tactics last week, can you upload them now? Because I wouldn't have the tactics in the system right now. Yeah, they will be deleted after the show. I can't promise I'll be doing your tactics the following week. Yeah. All right, so now we look at Pete's, we done Salisbury. Okay, now we do Corsair. Okay, Corsair. Oh, and we change the skin. Okay, we need to change the skin. We're not using this anymore. Let's use the default skin. Yeah, man, we're not using the no attribute skin. It's enough, you know. I play no attributes with my own save. Doing on bring tactics is a bit much because then I can't explain certain things to you. And then I might like the set pieces just now. I wanted to show you Age of Area, what the attributes are that go into the Age of Area. You will notice that those attributes are the ones that you need for a player to be responding to a threat or responding to a break. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got Florian words. Okay, oh god. Okay. I'm a bit scared of this tactic. Pass it short. I knew there's going to be 100 PIs in this. We're gonna play this tactic. I had no idea what's gonna happen. let's just play first. Let's not say anything. On the day when we get to the day itself, we will take a look at all the PIs. I mean, I have applied lots of TIs to a game, but the thing is, when you apply a lot of TIs, you're looking for a very specific style of play. That's what you want. You're very specific on exactly what the player is supposed to do. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. The only downside is sometimes players with very good attributes, you kind of limiting them as well. So we're gonna remove all injuries. Quick pick. Okay. So we've got. Let's see what you got here. Take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often, tackle harder, mark tighter. Holy guacamole. Okay. Alright. Dribble more, shoot less often. This is like one of those downloaded tactics, no? Go tackle harder. Yeah. I mean, I know Nap, right? So I know his tactics as well. So sometimes we have to look at each other's tactics. Pass it shorter, cross case. He looks familiar. Okay. Take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often, tackle harder. Pass it shorter, cross like, wow, there are a lot of PIs in this, man. Okay, when you use an automatic duty and you set the PIs up, yeah, that's the great thing about automatic duties. They're very, very good at that. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's in FM Arena. I don't really care, but I don't really like to use too many PIs. You're playing against mains. It doesn't mean that attack. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna look at the tactic, go. Does it need any changes? I'm not a big fan of this thing. Take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often. You just want him to, I mean, this is more like let's get up the pitch, hoof the ball. Everybody's pressing very aggressively, breaking their shape when they have to. And then you're playing high up the pitch, and then you're playing all the way in the opponent's third. You got this DM poofing the ball up. You got one wing back on attack, keeping it short. So the most likely is you're gonna get it to this player. It does an aggressive press, and then you're forcing the team to put one over the top. You win the ball back, and then you do something with it. So here, pass it short, dribble more. Yeah, this is it can work against some teams, but that I'm not sure about the stay wider, man. In that setup, because we need to be playing against like a one-man like a formation that's got what one solo striker, right? Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. I mean, if it's a downloaded tactic, I'm not gonna be spending too much time with it. No, I'm just gonna it looks like it's downloaded, so it's not something I'm gonna pay attention to. If it's downloaded, don't ask for my feedback, man. It looks very downloaded to me. Alright, I'm using a 4-3. I didn't have any problem with offended by with yeah. It tells me every time there's a gap. I mean, if there's a gap in a 4-2-3-1, is it a DM 4-2-3-1 or a MC 4-2-3-1? It sounds like an MC 4-2-3-1, right? So look at the defensive line. Play with one DM. Yeah. But I mean, what I mean is the D duty. Yeah. Yeah. This is like wingbacks passing it shorter to get to the final third. Place it into the area. And then, yeah, that stay wider is going to cause a problem with your two central defenders. Yeah, see what I mean? It's less turn and hoof the ball. Yeah, so it's turn and hoof the ball. I mean, we're not going to spend too much time on this. Okay. I'm pretty certain this is a downloaded tactic. I mean, I'm not against it. Yeah. Shorter passing and no, there are no metas. There's no shorter passing meta. and pass into space. There's no meta like that in the game. Yeah. A lot of people seem to think that shorter passing and pass into space is a meta that we have to use. I'm like, what? Since when? Nope. I mean, look, see the shorter passing when you have the players at the back. I mean, like we are supposed to be all over Mines, no? Mines is a team that is a lot better than, weaker than Bayer Leverkusen, right? So, yeah, shorter passing led to this problem for the team. They couldn't clear the danger. So I don't think shorter passing pass into space is like a combination that you should be, putting into your tactic by default. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't think so. So they kind of lost the ball in transition. That was caused by a shorter passing, right? Okay. So you see these wing backs all on shorter passing, right? The ball playing defenders are on shorter passing, right? They bring the ball up, they're gonna have to worry about these DMs. So, okay, how would I play this tactic? First, ding, ding, ding. That's nonsensical. Who in the right mind do not put tackle ladder on your ball playing defender? Okay, asking for trouble. Maybe one dribble more is okay. Stay wider. Again, if you play against a solo striker team, what's gonna happen is the reason why people put stay wider is because of a hangover from last year. When we the DMD, what we did was it started with a few people like Nap and myself. What we do is with the DM here, we asked the two central defenders to go a bit wider. We didn't want to use the halfback because we didn't want the aggressiveness of the halfback. What we wanted was we just wanted 1 point here, but we didn't want these two to be too close together. Right. So now the argument is that you're thinking that this DMD is going to do exactly the same thing. He won't, right? He won't do that. So you're going to create a lopsided defense. So I will remove this. I will remove this. Maybe dribble more. Shoot less often is like, seriously? Shoot less often is going to remove this. Okay. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. Sit narrower. No, we're not going to sit narrower. They'll just stuck inside during the transition. Okay, shoot less often. There's an argument for these guys to have it. Okay, so tackle harder, roam from position, mark tighter. Okay, inside forward, shoot less often, roam. Okay, fine, I get it. These guys, I need them high up the pitch. Okay, that's like cross from byline is fine. Okay, here, take more risks, dribble more. I get this. I know why this is being put into this. And because when you do a transition, sometimes this guy drops deep. So you want him to run into the spaces and then get into the final third earlier. So you're using these two combinations because in pressing the advanced ball always drops back nowadays. Okay. We don't want low crosses. Low crosses is a give. This is like nonsensical if you're gonna do this. Low crosses just means you're camping in the opponent's third and doing cutbacks. Right. So okay. Run a defense. Okay. Okay. Only a few players are gonna run a defense. Pass into space. Just gonna go to standard. Okay, and then stop the crosses. Still come in. I get why there was sit narrow, so they tuck inside, right? So that what happens is you hoof one over the top. Okay, let me think. If I do it like this and so those sit narrower, they won't commit themselves. This is a problem right now, right? So what I'm telling these boys to do is I want them to go down the byline. Then sit there. When we lose the ball, I want him to tuck inside. You're hoping that these guys come back and help you defend. Not really. Right? It's not going to happen all the time, right? So we're going to remove that. We're going to remove that. So just simplifying the tactic a bit more. Okay. DM on defend, DM on support. What is this guy doing? Take more risk, dribble more. Okay, what's Palacios? Traits, passing, vision, decisions, dictates, tempo, dives into tackles. Okay, overlap, no. Underlap. You're looking for inside runs. We're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have turned this guy into a volante on support. Now you got DM on support. Okay, now we got somebody moving up the pitch as well. Okay, let's try this. There's another thing about the line, right? Standard defensive line. Standard defensive line will not overcommit your back line. So It's because the standard defensive line doesn't overcommit your back line, right? So what we'll do is we remove it. Won't, because this is standard. They will only go they will only go down the flanks when there is when you control the third. Otherwise, you're gonna end up seeing them in this kind of positions all the time. Right? They're gonna come up here, and then somewhere around here they're gonna make the pass. Right? There, they made the pass. They don't go down the byline. Then they just hang around here because, you know, you've got underlap, remember? So holds up the ball. Underlap is so much more sweeter as an instruction when you got inside forwards in your tactic, right? So for me, what does an underlap do? It holds up the ball. The widest player holds up the ball looking for inside run. Saw that happening? Saw that happening? So he held up the ball. Didn't get, this wasn't viable. So but he pulled the player away, and we had a passing opportunity. So understanding how to use overlap and underlap is fundamental in this game, right? It's really, really different. No, I mean, it's not that different from, it's different from FM20, I think, when we introduced it. Now in FM22 is a lot better. I like underlaps a lot. I am a massive underlap. I use underlaps in a lot of my tactics and overlaps, but you need to understand what they do, right? So underlap holds the ball for somebody making an inside run. Overlap is simple, holds out the ball looking for somebody making an outside run. So when you have inside forwards, they will make inside runs, right? So this is much more better. Look at this. I'll be getting so much more control in the final third, right? Instead of just, hey guys, okay, so let's just hoof the ball. Yeah, this is how I would play the tactic, right? So I'll just make, I mean, wing back. I mean, we can just use a wing back on support. We don't need to do wing back on whatever, you know, on what was that again? Automatic, right? So yeah. Now, if I wanted, right, this tactic can also do with this, no? Click wing back on support, actually. This is even better. This is even more funkier. Okay, why did I go complete wing back on support instead of wing back? Because a complete wing back sometimes comes inside. Yeah, he will sometimes come inside compared to a wing back, right? So complete wing back is also kind of funky because they'll come inside. So I would change the tactic like that slightly. Yeah, so I wouldn't play it in that way. Yeah, not a big fan of this tactic. Yeah, but we can change it. Yeah, it need to be changed. So vertical tiki taka, Eric, your tactic. Puppy power, Mazala inside forward. Okay, nice. This is a very nice combination. Wow, this is a very attacking set of tactics. And your standard defensive line is gonna have a gap between your midfield and your back line, right? So when you play with a standard defensive line, you might defensively you'll be good, defensively you'll be solid most of the time, right? But you might have issues during the transition with your own team. Against weaker teams, I don't see a problem. Maybe what I would do with this tactic is probably turn this guy into a wingback on support. That's the only change I'll make. Or if I want to play like this, I might even do an underlap on the left side of the pitch. Yeah, he holds up. These guys hold up the ball and look for inside runs. There's going to be plenty of inside runs happening here, right? So got Mazala coming in, got inside forward coming in. This wingback will just, what I would do is probably play him on support. But this one could definitely use with an underlap if you're a good team, right? So that's definitely it. You can't even make a direct 4-4-2 work. If you want to play a direct 4-4-2, what you need are two really good ball-winning midfielders first, right? Go get to yourself two really good players who can play as ball-winning midfielders, or at least, right, they must have the ability to win the ball and create. They have to be destroyers and creators in midfield, right? They need to be able to do both jobs. So if you can get that, then you've got yourself a 4-4-2. Yeah. And if you want to play a 4-4-2 for an entire season, then I would recommend getting at least like 3 solid players that you can rotate. That's what you'll need. Okay, so once again, we're starting with this, starting from the beginning again, right? Okay, once again, we're not making any changes. We're just going to look at a tactic halfway, and then we'll make a change if we need to. If we desperately need to make a change, I'll point it out. Other than that, we will just try and play it all the way. Okay, now we're looking at your right flank. See that? One ball over the top. Diaby gets into that area and he shoots. Okay, why did it happen? See this? 2 ball playing defenders. This is the reason why I like ball playing defenders. Now, some people are going to say it's very risky. I agree it's risky. But this thing about the game, right? You don't win by taking no risks. If you want to play a game without any risks, go play some other game. Okay. You want to get some, two ball playing defenders is quite risky. It might be you want to play with one. But I personally don't mind playing with two, because then you can have these guys playing over the top. You just have to pay a lot of attention to your defensive line. Now, if your defensive line is, say, standard, there's a chance these guys going to hold the ball a lot more. If your defensive line is higher, then your back line is going to come up and support the midfield a lot more, because it's standing further away from goal, right? Because that's what you told them to do. Now, when that happens, then there are more passing opportunities. Then they will be able to pass the ball to the midfielders instead of just hoofing the ball up. So that's something to bear in mind. So if you find that your ball is being hoofed too much, then change one of the roles to a CD. But look at this, right? This standard defensive line pretty okay. The gap is quite high. So, the ball came over the top. Please let me find out what you're doing at the back, man. Okay, so far, nothing here. Nothing here. No PIs. I like this, man. It's not a single PI in this tactic, except pure aggression. All right, so he gets the wing back on attack, plays it. You see the swap, the two of them run forward because of two attacking duties. I don't know if you guys saw that. This is what I mean. You can play with as many attacking duties as you want in the game of Football Manager. Don't worry. You just need players with good teamwork, decision making, and concentration. Watch this, right? As he goes, one of them is dropping in. And pam, goes up, boom, he stays here. Right? He stays in this position. He stays in this position. He stays in this position. He stays. Now, wing back comes back. This is Football Manager 22, or rather 23. Okay, so if you ever get somebody telling you don't use 3 attacking duties, right? Okay, while it's valid advice, you also have to recognize the fact that you can pull it off if you need to in certain games, right? So here we just have to worry about when this happens. Like when we are playing the ball here, why I suggest playing him on support is because there's going to be a change, right? You'll swap back into their positions, making this area vulnerable. So if Palacios gets the ball and decides, hey, you know what? I'm not sure what I want to do with this ball. There's a gap now, right? So this is the reason this guy shifted to the left, right? Because the play is moving to the left. See, the gap is open up again. It's not bad. It's still a good tactic. It's tactic. Yeah, it's a very nice tactic. But again, I want to reiterate this one more time. That wing back, the 3 on the flanks, you don't really need it. It's great if I'm a goal down, I want to win the game, I want to put a lot of pressure on a weaker team, go for it. This is the way to do it. All right, so what else can we do? Okay, I'm just thinking about BPD, DLP here. There's a lot of creators in this tactic, man. All right, so so far so good, right? Okay. This side of the pitch. Whenever you can see the corner, right? Ask yourself which side of the pitch is happening. This is the right side. Remember where I said the wing back is a problem? Chances are wing back wasn't there. I'm not about to go into the whole game and find out, right? So wing back wasn't there. That's why you consider a corner. Right. I guarantee you, once you change that wing back from attack to support, you won't see this problem. You will occasionally give up corners on that side of the pitch, right? But you'll be a lot more solid. Look, oh my goodness, we almost conceded. Okay, I would only make one change. This wing back on support, maybe add an underlap or focus play on the left, or underlap, more likely an underlap. Yeah, to kind of match the aggression on this right side. Around goalie. We're not going to look at set pieces because there's so many ways you can set pieces up, right? So we'll just leave that alone. Okay, so let's hit second half. Second half is for me, right? Okay, first half is your tactic. Second half, I'll try and see whether I can, tweak it a bit more. Okay, Florian Wirtz into the area. Okay, good DLP. All right, we're gonna make this a bit more punchier. All right, okay, we're gonna take a bit of risks. Okay. All right, so first thing I do, go into the dressing room. I don't talk to the boys. I change this guy to support. Because remember, there's a change in Football Manager. This guy's going to push up. He's going to push up now. Yeah, a bit more. But he's got a whole position, right? So we're going to turn this guy into a wing. Because he's a support duty now. He's going to go up and down. All right, slightly lower tempo, that's fine. Oh, let's do this a bit more width. Ball into box, that's fine. Counter press. High press, yeah, okay. I see this. Let's stop the crosses. At the source, I'll just add one more just because we want to make sure that we don't concede too many chances down the flanks. I'll get into mark a bit tighter. Then we come in here, we add the underlap. 3 things I've done, okay? Why have I done all 3 things? First, I want to stop the crosses. Step up more, I'm going to remove it. Don't need to. Step up more means these guys are going to push up the pitch, right? Okay. You can, actually with the standard defensive line, step up more is it's kind of safe, right? Okay. But let's not use it for a while, okay? You don't really need to use this too much. Let's let decision making do the talking. Okay. And then counter press. Okay. In fact, I'm not even going to counter press. Okay. So we're going to try something. So because the defensive line is so far away. If you're going to counter press, you literally are asking only a few players to do it. Okay. So if this guy loses the ball, these guys may not push up high up the pitch to support play. Because you look at the counter press instruction, right? Look at this, right? When you take it, how many players do you think are involved in a counter press? 1, 2, 3, 4, all these guys, right? But your backline might go, hey, we're not moving that high up the pitch, man. Then when they go counter pressing, they lose the counter press, the whole gap opens up. So when you're not sure, take it off. Simple solution. Okay, all right. Okay, done. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Have we got a yellow card here? Just in case, right? Man, I better not. Let's go. Florian Wirtz in midfield. I think that guy is a winger. Not Okay, Tapsoba, Wirtz. Okay, Frimpong, Tapsoba. This is your tactic. Okay, looking semi-decent. Let's just kick off on him, man. It's calling it semi-decent. Hudson Odoi. Okay, nice. Whoa. Ooh, I like that. That was not too bad. Not too bad. We're going to concede a goal. Grifko. Oh, okay. Once again, we're not looking at set pieces. Okay. I will not be responsible for any set piece goals. I hate set pieces in the game of Football Manager. Look at that. Who says you need to step up more? Okay. All right, Ikraki plays it out to this guy, Baker. Baker plays it to Hinchkapi. Hinchkapi goes back to the keeper. Kind of sensible football here. Ball playing defender, right? Doesn't do anything stupid. Okay, This is where a lot of mistakes are happening, right? Okay, this is one of the reasons why because you're a standard defensive line. Okay, it's quite far away. So you got 2 options here. First option, a little more. Sounds crazy. Second option, go slightly higher. You want to fix that issue. Plus, on top of that, there's probably a bug that SI want to fix as well because he reacts the way he reacts, right? So the ball comes in and he misses. Do you think 4-1-1-3-1 is good? 4-1-1, 4-1-1-3-1. What? 1-1? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Okay, wow. He smashes that over. That was a good scoring opportunity. That was not too bad. Okay, we made that small tweak to our defensive line. They're now slightly higher. They're supporting play. Of course, we are going to run into some trouble now because we are being quite aggressive, right? Look at the boys. They're tight. Okay. Ball goes over the top and he shoots from there. That's fine. Okay. If he scores from there, so be it, right? Is there a need for the DLP? Right, that's the other thing you want to ask yourself. Okay. Are you expecting a DLP to do anything fantastic? You can either use DLP, okay, defend, or in this particular case, what would be actually quite nice is the halfback. Right? Halfback is not bad as well. So you can use the halfback. What the halfback will do is he will split. He will come in, form a 3. That's one option that you can have. And then you get somebody who's pretty aggressive as a defend duty helping you out. It's perfect for systems that play with a bit of which play with less compression, right? A high standard defensive line and higher. The only problem then would be things like, do you have any passing opportunities? That's it. But we got wing back, so it's fine. Okay. Goes wide. Okay, halfback comes up now. See where the halfback is gone? He's come up here. Right, so he's helping you support. He's protecting you. Ever since we changed to something like a halfback or a DMD, we've been a lot more solid. There we go. Does well. Ooh. Nice defending. Without using drop deeper or step up more. Right. So our shape is quite solid. Words out the Hudson or Doi gets into the area. Defenders blocked him. Okay, that's fine. So far, yeah. So you could use a DMD or a halfback. We added an underlap. Didn't seem to affect us too negatively. Okay, so what ball into box, big crosses, that's fine. Standard lower, that's fine. High defensive line, high press, much more, that's fine. Yeah, counter press, you can leave that alone. Play our defense like over tempo. Yeah, basically, I don't see anything that we need to do. We don't need to do anything more to do this. Okay, Mazala attack. Now the question is, what do we do here? Inverted winger is a creative role. Who's he creating for this guy? But the problem is this, right? You got a box-to-box midfielder here. Okay. All right. It's okay, I guess. This guy's gonna come up the pitch with him. Yeah. I don't think it's a very good combination. Maybe a winger on support. If I do an inverted winger here with the underlap, it might help, right? So he might try and play one into this area. So that's why we got an underlap. The underlap is going to cause that left flank to hold up the ball ever so much. I mean, they will do it. There will be a slight little like pause there while they, it gives us some of the other players some time to get into the area. I don't know. He does this little like turn, right? It just buys players some time and it gets there. Okay, I mean, looking a lot better. Yeah. So just make those small little changes to your tactic. You'll be fine. Okay, so we now come out of this, go to key highlights. This is probably what I would do. I mean, now we've got to think about, whenever you play this kind of tactics, right? It's 77th minute mark, no matter how good your tactic is, you better start planning for substitutions. Okay? Because your players might get tired and then you might, especially midfield, you might end up giving up a goal in midfield because your players are so tired that they are making mistakes. Okay. Yeah, simple as. Yeah, I wouldn't change too much. This tactic is fine. Just a matter of perspective. That's all. Yeah. I think in your tactic, you can have the underlap on, or you can choose not to use the underlap, but it's good enough. You want to do like a really tiki-taka system. Maybe you want to go like this. Like here, you can put you can actually play you could actually go roaming playmaker here and DM on support or DM on defend here. Or even go DLP on support, right? Get something like this. You get a really nice, a lot of passing in centrally, and then to unlock this side of the pitch, right? So this or you can also do something like this as well, inverted winger and attack. Here, like you do a pressing. This is different, or this is a lot of time on your hands kind of tactic. This is one of those, you've got plenty of time on your hands to go score a goal, okay? This is different, okay? So now I'm going to go maximum width, right? Okay, now here, what I like to do with this kind of tactics is do this. I tell you to stay wider. Yeah. So we get a lot of movement in the tactic. And then this guy, he's not running into the channels. He's just dropping into this space here. So when he drops into this space, guess who comes? This guy. He comes into this area here. Now, this area is a very dangerous area to be in, right? So we got inverted winger who's looking to put one over. He's got this guy putting one over. So there's a lot of creative players. If you have the players for it, go for it, man. Okay, so next we got Genoa 2 tactics. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. We done this. Wait, Genoa, ini, mini, mini, more, catch the tiger by the toe. Okay, done. All right. Oh, okay. One thing about that shape, right? The Portuguese shape, right? I call it the Portuguese shape. It's good after you've taken a lead. You hold on to a lead. We saw me, I think my live stream with Palimo, right? We beat AC Milan, right? I switched to the tactic just to hold on to the lead. Yeah, because that's what it's good for. Denying teams opportunity and hitting them on the break as they get more desperate and switch on to another mentality. As it is right now, probably what I would do with this tactic is, we'll play this tactic and then I'll show you what I mean. I probably would have more attacking duties play high up the pitch because your wing backs need to get up the pitch, right? So these guys need to attack. So I'll probably get this guy attacking, These guys don't need to attack. This guy attacking. Yeah, so I get this guy attacking, this guy attack duty, this one attack duty, this one attack duty. All these 4 on the edges, I turn them into an attack duty. If I'm playing against teams of a similar standard. Yeah. But right now with your tactic, it's a safe tactic, but most teams, right? So here we got the Barcelona formation. See, Barcelona is playing a 4-3-3. They're going to come up the pitch. They're probably going to leave these areas open. So what we would do with this kind of tactic is hit early cross pass into space. I'll probably go a bit wider, because now when you play like this fairly narrow, it's basically telling your team, we'll just watch the highlights, right? Okay. You're telling your players to make a lot of inside passes. So let's just watch. So watch your tactic first. Okay, so there we go. Okay, this is Barcelona. You got to see our players. We haven't got the ball yet, which is going to be the hallmark of this system. Low possession. Yeah. Don't expect this tactic to overnight give you 60%. No, most you get about 30 to 40. You got 40% possession. That's a good day in the office. Most of the time, this is what you end up seeing. You end up defending, because you're giving the AI a chance to attack you. So all you do is defend. Right? So, and then you are going to put yourself into positions where they can attack you. So, right. So I would be very careful of how I use this. Right. So that's me. I mean, I use it when I actually use it not to lose most times, but you gotta have an out, right? So he goes off. Ozak in the area, can't get there, right? They tracked him really well. He's an inverted winger. Maybe here, I don't think you should have played him as an inverted winger. He should maybe go as an inside forward, not inverted winger, because inverted winger still there's that amount of time that he's gonna. You don't need. You just play them both as inside forwards. Let them attack the area. That's what you need. You got 3 players attacking the flanks where they might be weakest. Otherwise, the inverted winger is just going to dawdle. Okay. You see what? Are we on key highlights? Oh, let's go to key highlights. Let's go to first half to end. Ball over the top. Yeah, see, it is reasonably solid defensive. We only consider a goal because of a free kick, right? Yeah, just carry on. Let's just carry on and let them do what they have to do. Bruised ankle, we should be able to nurse him. Yeah, nurse him as much as you like. See? Typical. Only one shot on target. And that was one of the free kick. Okay, let's try something. Okay. Instead of inside forward, we go inside for an attack. That's it. First change, right? And then what we'll do is hit the early cross. I'm going to go a bit wider. And we just leave it like that. Okay, high defensive line, mid block. Sounds fine. Okay. All right. Away from home. Keep it simple. The ball playing defender might play it out here. DLP might play it out there. Okay, fine. If your DLP has time on the ball. Otherwise, it's both ball playing defenders. I would just let both the ball playing defenders try those kind of passes. See? They don't get any space, right? So this is essentially a defensive system. You don't want to lose by too much. Or if you win by the 1 goal and then you make it harder for them. So it's not that bad, right? So, okay, now if I'm sitting back so deep, now why don't we just play him as advanced forward? Because we are playing against a team that is better than us. We're hitting them on the break, right? So the choice is, Paulinho is out for the count. We should have taken him off just now. Okay, there's another choice, pressing for an attack, because he will run the channels. He'll come here, he'll come there. When he comes here or there, inside forward will attack the space, right? So that's a better option than inside forward or advanced forward. Advanced forward is a focal point of the attack. So sometimes if you are playing against a 3-man defense and there's one DM in front of him, this advanced forward is no business. I mean, he's just he's not gonna have a good time with the ball, right? So this guy at least runs the channel, so he might have a chance. So far, okay. I mean, I would just keep, if you're looking at making a counter-attacking tactic, I'll just leave it like this. Yeah. And play like the way I've set it up. And then maybe the tempo. I don't know if I've adjusted the tempo, but tempo should be a bit higher. And you could also encourage your wingbacks to play those balls out a bit earlier. So you can do that by coming in here, go direct, take more risks. And then we can do here as well, cross them deep. So you're telling the wingbacks, hey, oh no, this guy should be a wingback. Yeah, so turn him into a wingback. And then do the same thing with him. He dribbles more, takes more risks. Yeah, okay. Cross from deep. All he does, right? This is what you want him to do. Okay, so he brings the ball forward a bit and then plays one early. So, and it will be good against teams that come out early, right? You'll notice now it's a bit too late. They're probably on a defensive mentality and they're not making those kind of runs. They're going to see out 1-0 result. But if I'm playing against a team and it's like the early half, I notice they're attacking me a lot. What I would do, right, is I pass into space, hit early cross. See, it's not that bad. The tactic is good, but away from home, it can be slightly better. Just have to make those small little changes to your tactic. I like the tactic. I do. Portuguesa is one of my favorite tactics, and it's part of a guide I'm releasing for everybody in the public. I'm gonna release a guide very, very soon. I always do that, right? I always have a winter update guide or something like that. I don't know what I call it. But it's a book that I release for all of you that you guys can go and, have fun with. Some information in the game, my personal thoughts on the game. What I've done is I've talked a lot about transitions as well inside there. So I take one tactic, play it for a couple of games, and I show you how I study each transition and make the changes that we need to make to the tactic based on what I see in the transitions. And then I'll tell you the differences I'll show you what the difference is between a home game and an away game with data, with information, data and information. And I'll let you understand what you need to do when you play away from home. Okay. All right. So we've got this. That will be coming out for everybody. Don't worry. It's not limited to, I give a book out on Discord. It was only like, thank you for supporting me, the kind of thing, right? That's it. I do it for the Discord people. But I have guides out for everybody, and all my stuff on the guide is always in videos, right? So it's all the same thing in videos. Yeah. Inverted Wally, guacamole. What is this, man? What do I see before me, Hanyo? Strikeless monster. Mazala. The winger, inverted winger. Okay. One over the top. Shadow striker. Nice. Okay. Mazala. Okay, nice. Halfback. Inverted winger. Okay. PI like crazy. Shoot less often. Tackle harder. Dribble more. Stay wider. Tackle harder. Okay. Yeah, I think after the patch, once the patch comes out, you can remove this. Once the patch comes out, you can remove this. Now, yes, use that. Yeah. But once the SI releases the patch, you don't need to use that anymore. Yeah. Okay. They're exactly the same, Renato. Okay. Hope it helped, man. But the thing is, when you play those kind of deep systems, right, you get to get the wingbacks up the pitch. You also need to make sure that if you're playing counter-attacking and you're playing against a very strong opposition, right, you got to give yourself an outlet. And if you're pressing for drops deep, he's going to hold up the ball for other players. There's nobody coming. He's going to lose the ball, right? So it's a bit of a waste. So in this case, pressing forward, at least now he's running to the channels. So who is at the channels? The inside forward. So at least he can pass the ball to them. And then with the inside forward, if he's got good passing, does the diagonal to the other side. You get a goal scoring opportunity. All right, so strikeless tactic. Okay, I play on very defensive. What would you recommend? I play on very defensive too. I will play strikeless on very defensive. You can't play on very defensive. I'm not away from home. Let's start with very defensive. Because it's got a lot of attacking duties. So they'll all come back and help you defend. I know I put in a lot of work to neuter strikeless systems in FM22. I did a lot of work to do that. Now I don't know whether we are back. I know that strikeless tactics are quite viable. But here, inverted wingback, inverted wingback, inverted winger, inverted winger. A lot of let's play through the center. Not enough. Okay. I'm gonna have to make changes very quick because we're not getting. See, everything is going into the center, right? Okay. There's a lot. If I want to have a lot of attack duties, my mentality is probably going to be a bit lower. Yeah. Okay, let's drop the mentality down to about cautious. Okay. All right, floated, no way. Mix. Okay. Mazzala comes here. This guy goes winger attack. I get the idea behind these guys will come and score in these positions. What is this guy doing? Position. It's like we have dribble more, shoot less often, tackle harder. Where's the pass into space? The early cross. Maybe a bit more width, right? Defense, mid block. Standard defensive line, high press. Prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. Okay, let's go. No prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. My bad. Gotta remove that. Can't use prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. Remove this. Okay, done. I think low block. Oh man, there are set pieces. We're conceding goals on set pieces all the way. All the goals have been set pieces, no? All corners. We have no chance to look at the tactic, man. All the goals. So set pieces. Each one of them. Painful, man. Yeah, okay. Let's see whether we can win the second half. The problem is this, right? I don't want the defensive line to be too close to this. Yeah. Because of this, then multiple players will close down the same area. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what happens. We only made one change, right? I adjusted the defensive line and I raised the mentality. The other option would be to change the set pieces, but we haven't got time for that. Yeah. Okay. Get there. Oh man, see the defenders running all over the place, man. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to do something because there's no support coming. Yeah, I gotta drop the defensive line some more. The defensive line, they were running back because there's the weakness of this right half. Okay, I'm gonna change. I gotta have to change a lot of things, but halfback gotta change. Okay, halfback not helping us at the moment. Okay, gotta go anchor, defend, edit. No more stay wider, causing us a lot of problems. Okay, let's try it like this. Oh man, this is I've never had I haven't played a tactic in such a long time where all the goals are set piece. I think all of them have been set pieces. Because this is gonna invite teams into our third. I think I want to see whether we can replay this game. I want to replay this game. Okay, I'd rather replay a tactic. This one is there was no time. I have to play the next game. Same tactic again. We play PSG some more. Shish kebabs. Oh, it's challenging, man. It's doing so well for me. Yeah, probably because we are players. I just got hammered, man. All the way. Yeah. I know Strikeless works. I got a similar Strikeless setup. Let's see. I'm drop it down to balance first. Okay. See the corners. I mean, attack, defend. I mean, it seems. Okay, we put you here. Put you here. Okay, done. Attack. Left, right. Yeah, okay. There's nothing wrong with this. Yeah. Free kicks. No, their defenders are in here. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's try. Same tactic again. Might have added tighter marking on the winger. Okay, we're just gonna come in here, add mark tighter tackle. I'm gonna remove this. Okay. Alright, just gonna leave it like this. Opposition instructions. Okay. Let's clear all these opposition instructions. Okay. I'm not gonna play without any opposition instructions. No angles. Alright, so we got all these players, Frimpong, Kosuno, whoever you are. Okay. Drake Palacios. Demabe is definitely the worst possible choice for a shadow striker. We'll use Ozek. Okay, let's try this again. Now we'll play it on key highlights. Yep. Okay. Pass into space. I assume you have pass into space. Oh. Okay, hold on. I don't think so. Yeah, you got pass into space. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's got time marking. This is fine. Time marking. Mark tighter, sit narrower. Huh? You want it to mark tighter and sit narrower at the same time. Could cause a problem defensively. But thank you, man. Faco. Thank you for saying that. That was a kick, man. Oh, God. That was huge. You just go. Look. Oh, man. That was huge. That was huge. What is he? Pass it shorter. Okay, no. He's obviously not listening. You know one of the reasons why he doesn't, right? Is because I think he may have been closed down. Yeah. Which seems a bit odd. Because we know there's an issue with us. I think there's a small issue with goalkeepers not listening to instructions under certain setups. Right? They don't even play to the... You don't see them doing any of the instructions you ask them to do. Like, hey, can you do this? On them, we got Andrick getting... This is the reason why I don't want to have tackle harder in tactics. Look at that. I would remove tackle harder in your tactic in a heartbeat, across the park. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Yeah, tackle harder is a very... I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like tackle harder as an instruction to give to players. Yeah. But you see, that's the thing is, you saw what the inverted winger did, right? He holds out the ball, then he wants to play back. Then he's going to look inside and cut. So whenever you have an inverted winger, that's what they do. And they're looking for an opportunity to release the ball. The problem with this is, if you don't have the right kind of player playing as the inverted winger, he loses the ball, right? So the other option is, okay, now we've got a slight problem, right? We are one man down. So we're coming in here. I'm going to change this guy. I don't want to lose to this useless team. Going to turn him into a ball-winning midfielder on support. And then, I can't tell him to ease off tackles, but no mark tight. Oh, you got mark tighter everywhere. No wonder. You don't have to mark tight everywhere. I don't like that. Yeah. I just leave it on the guys in front. But it's good defensively, I guess. Yeah. I think it can help if you are looking to be defensively robust, right? Yeah. I know it can. But for me, I'm like 50-50 on this, whether I should mark tight with everybody on the pitch. Like, you create like a man marking kind of a structure where the players... Because mark tighter works in zones, right? So right now we've got this at the moment, right? Like this. So they're pressing out their zones too. So when you tell a player to mark tight and press out his zones, so he's going to get to do much more movement, right? He pops forward, and then I'm worried about him leaving up space. So as this guy is brought in, what I normally like to do with strikeless systems, right, is I come in here. This is what I always do with strikeless systems. Okay, so I come in, not to these two guys, but not the two defenders, but where we got, wait, come on, not this. Okay, these two, right? So we'll trigger the press on them. Tackle hard on them. I like to use it here. Okay, show onto right. So this guy will show him onto the right flank, right? We show him here. So he's to be telling him all you gotta do is go down the flanks. We're not letting you down the flanks. Okay, so we do the same thing to the other guy. Our left, we set him right, and then we do trigger press, and then we tackle hard. Okay, so now with the back, all these guys at the back as well. This is how I apply it. Instead of tight mark, tackle hard all over the place, typically what I do is I identify players on the pitch and I react to the tactic in front of me. Right? So that my players don't just tackle hard the first player that enters their zone. Okay, then we've got another problem. Or tight mark the first joker that comes into their zone. Because that's what they're doing when you give them a PR like that. Ah, man. I don't like to lose against Neymar. Okay, let's see. Why did this happen? Okay, bang, bang, bang. This guy is run. Okay, he's okay. Did I remove it? I think I did, right? Yeah, ball playing defender. I don't think we have stay wider on it. I think I removed stay wider. Don't tell me it's still there. It's still there. That's caused by stay wider. That goal that Neymar scored is caused by stay wider, which is the reason why I don't like stay. A lot of people are putting stay widers because I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, I only use stay wider if I'm using halfback. That's the only time I use it. Yeah. Other than that, I don't bother. In fact, halfbacks are gonna cause your wingbacks to push a bit wider anyway. Yeah. But it's overall a better tactic if you just remove your I think I would just remove tackle harder. Yeah. Yeah. I would say don't tackle hard as a PI. Just take it out. You do it as a PI, OI instead. Right? It'd be much better that way. I think tackle harder as a PI, I wouldn't advise it. I don't mind playing like this. Right? When we were playing like this, it was okay. The two, like ball winning midfielder and Mazzala as well. I love the ball winning midfielder, especially in strikerless systems. I'm a huge fan of the ball winning midfielder in strikerless systems because they're so aggressive. And you're doing something with the player that actually is going to be slightly outside of his tier. But we just got. Because sorry, so we might lose. We might get fired, man. Not because of this, but. Never mind, it's okay. It's only Bayer Leverkusen. We did very well with, what is it? Borussia Dortmund, right? See, average team. Send assistant. Okay, let's go. Next tactic. Where's my wife? I think my wife is back. Kids are asleep. Football has started. Oh, football has started. Sorry, guys. Mute this side so I don't hear it. Okay, sports. We have the World Cup match between Australia and Denmark, which is they already played the game. France and Tunisia. Oh man. Maybe later. Australia and Denmark. I mean, this is more like for pride, right? Oh, Denmark just kicked off. I mean, our Aussies, I think the only problem with Australia as a team at the moment is the lack of I don't see a lot of youth players coming through, man. This Australian contingent, not the same. Okay, so we've done strikeless. Now we come to this tactic, Pete. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. The phalanx. Zala going to say, wow. And they got nobody, they got this fullback at the back going, okay, I'm going to come up and try and help you guys out. You just do it on your own more often, okay? That's what's happening with this fullback. Okay. Ball playing defender, please have draw. Wow, it's worse. You got the ball play on cover even. So this guy, he goes up, he doesn't go up that high. He's more worried about the ball. See, okay, I am not a big fan of these tactics. Not easy to pull off because you need to dominate the flanks with your wingbacks. If you don't dominate with the flanks with your wingbacks, you might struggle. Yeah. Maybe if you're playing against a team that doesn't want to come out like this, maybe you might do okay. Yeah, a team that doesn't come out, maybe. But you see, the fullback already has got a yellow card inside the first couple of minutes of the game. Because he has got to come up the pitch, right? Now he's defending. He went up to support and then had to run back quickly and then picked up a yellow card. So let's look at him, right? Where's the fullback here? Ball comes up, goes in, then lose the ball. I mean, it's not a lot of vertical movement here because you're hoping that this one AP can do a lot of things. But I would say remove the AP. Just use like a shadow striker. Mazzala, shadow striker. I mean, this is like AP might change positions with the Mazzala occasionally, but then what is this EM doing? Right? So you don't get a lot of goal scoring opportunities from. Right? See the fullback looking for the pass, right? And then what does he do? He just plays it into somebody else. So this is what I was talking about just now. Because the fullback is just going to do that. He's not going to run all the way up and say, hi, how are you doing, Mr. Playmaker? No, he's not. He's just going to play the ball forward like that. How we just saw. So the fullback is not going to dominate this flank. It's good. I mean, against a wingback-based system, the fullback is not running up and down the pitch. Nice. We're defensively solid, right? So here what we'll do is we'll turn this guy into a shadow striker. We'll turn this guy maybe into AM on support instead of just a playmaker. Mazala comes this way. We'll just tell this guy to roam move in the channels. Okay, fine. Stop being a playmaker. All right, now what we have is a slightly similar tactic. Slightly similar, except we don't use a playmaker. These two guys can be very close together. Now, see, the problem is this. Yeah. What can we do to fix the problem? Come inside here. We tell this fella, okay, we tell this fella, no, not that. Sorry, I was going to look for another instruction. Come back here. I just want to show you what happens. Get further forward, move into the channels, run right with the ball. Okay, done. Okay, now when he gets the ball, he's going to go in this pocket now. Because we're not getting width from him. We have to get width of somebody, right? So now he can come up into this area and just bring the ball forward. So you get it. So now this player, the AM, is going to be further away. So, yeah, so that's one way of doing it. I mean, you might have a reason for playing it this way, which is why the reasons why I'm not completely changing your tactic around. See what I mean? That's the thing I don't like about the fullback right now on this flank. He's gonna do this all day long. Right? He's not gonna say, "Hey, I'm playing the ball out." So Mitchell Baker is not exactly having a stellar performance either, man. Let's see if we got anybody else that can come on because hey, he's not doing. Do we have another defender? I know Sinkraven doesn't. Okay, Sinkraven, anticipation 7, bravery 7, concentration 9. Okay, Okusuno. I mean, you're a defender, right? Not like life is gonna end if we're gonna use you here. Okay. Okay, the other thing is, right? Okay. There's no real necessity to do this. Let's just remove this, okay? There's no real necessity to play somebody on cover. Just play one defend or defend. That's it. And get him up the pitch so the fullback doesn't feel alone. Like, I'm not supposed to pass it to the other defender because he's on cover. That's the instruction I received. What? No. Don't give it to him. Okay, I'm just going to play the ball forward. That's what your fullback is saying right now. It's like, I'm not supposed to use the ball playing defender. He's on cover. Leave him alone. Let's not do that. Let's get him up the pitch, right? So poor fullback now at least can play the ball to somebody else if he needs to. He can actually recycle the ball back. And if it doesn't recycle the ball, it's not too deep. Notice one thing as well. Your tactic isn't going to be miraculously, you still get this shape, right? You still get this it's a wedge, right? That's what I was trying to say. Now, something else that we can do. Ball playing defender. It brings the ball forward. Yeah, there it goes. Not friend. friend. Now they got friend. They're friends. They see it together. Like I'm your friend, you're my friend. Let's hold hands. Let's get the ball up the pitch. Compared to earlier, they were not friends because they don't like each other very much. All right, so let's try something else. Okay, it's a very safe tactic, right? But it depends a lot on those guys in the center of the park actually doing something with the ball. Okay, what have we got here? We got Messi. Messi comes into this stage. He's gonna do a lot of things on his own. We're looking at this guy. he's desperate for somebody, It's like, I need someone to help me, man. Yeah. Maybe against weaker teams, you might have a world-class Mazala there. You see what I mean? Okay. Fullback, right? Neither here nor there, And that's not because, you're playing a player out of position. Nope. It's because it's a fullback's position. He plays a simple pass, Palacios to Demar Bay, plays it back to the fullback who's going to go back to this guy and goes, hey, now we got something, right? We switch play, very patient. Maybe this is what you want. I'm not reviewing tactics and saying they're great or not great. I'm just making them slightly more different for you. All right. Okay, let's try and score some goals. Pressing forward support now. Why have I changed that? Otherwise, what's going to happen is everything is, let's hope that this guy is going to score all the goals by himself. No, we don't want to. Let's create some vertical movement. Okay. Now, run wide with ball, get further forward from his movement charge. He's going to come into this area. Okay. We're going to work ball into box. Right. And then we're going to work the ball into box. What else can we do? Okay, that's about it. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. No, don't need it. Okay. Why? Because when you break, it's just going to break your shape. That's it. Yeah. You don't need to. No, it's not like you have to go in and just choose that instruction. You don't have to. Okay. All right. Okay. So what can we do with Karim? Karim apparently can't play anymore. We have no idea why. Apparently he's getting a bit old. Did he rate Somerville well in FM23? No idea, man. I haven't seen him. How well does low block work for you? Well, low block is brilliant. It works really well, man. Depends on what your definition of low block actually is. Yeah. For me, I play with low block and I have a lot of attack duties in the final third. Yeah. I've got a lot of attack duties, in fact. I've got like 3 or 4 attack duties, a very highly structured system for a low block. So this is how I set it up, right? Okay. You get some pressure, but from this is the wing back doing all the pressure earlier. Ball goes to the top. And we don't concede a goal. Thank God for that. But would I play this system? Not in 1,000 years. I would not, because I got no width. These fullbacks are never going to go up the pitch. Right? So all you're depending on is on the guys in the middle to do all the work. Right? So one of the reasons why I changed the guy to a pressing forward support is so that we can have a situation where if the ball gets up the pitch, the pressing forward or the advanced forward doesn't try for goal. So we get that group trying to score goals together or create goal scoring opportunities. And there we go. Defensively, I don't think, apart from Kosuno trying to push players off the pitch, I don't think we have that much of an issue. But this will be a start. If you still want to play with this system, this is the changes I'll make. Otherwise, I would just change it to something that is a bit more friendly to you. Because if you can play that system, right? If you can play this system, you can definitely play the 4-3-3 DM. Yeah. Because I'm trying to make it like the 4-3-3 DM. Okay. Just change this. You turn this guy into a wing back on support. You turn this guy into a wing back on support. And you get yourself a 4-3-3 system. Maybe this guy will be a CM on support. This can be a Mazzala. Of course, this will be like I would turn this guy into inverted wing on support, right? You got yourself a 4-3-3. And this guy, remember what we did to him? We just played him as a pressing forward support or pressing for an attack. Back to where you were just now. Okay, let's see if we got any more tactics on Discord. We got 1, 2, 3. Download these now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna delete all these tactics. Oh, yep, because you're not accessing it from there. Okay, downloads. Done. Next tactic, load. Okay, we got this one. 4-2-2-2-2-2. Hey, love this, man. Whoever created this. Volante RPM, inverter winger, one over the top, one over the... Okay, like, don't see anything wrong with this tactic. I think it's a very simple... Let's put one over the top for these two guys to chase. Nothing wrong with this. I mean, this is very solid, very defensive. Ball playing defender, wing back coming. Yep, sit back and hit them over the top. Yeah, high defensive line. I probably won't change a thing with this tactic because it's meant to create one certain... It's meant to have like a certain play style where your wingbacks coming out the pitch, they're going to take players on. And then if they've encountered an obstacle, there's an inverted winger waiting nearby for them to put one over the top, right? So, and you've got players chasing, right? Pressing forwards. I mean, you could use a pressing forward. Why? I think a pressing forward is not a bad idea because the pressing forwards are going to put pressure on those defenders, right? Advanced forwards do the same thing too. But with advanced forwards, sometimes you don't have that tackle hard. They don't put those defenders under so much pressure, especially when they are trying to build play out from the back. Yeah. No, I got 3 more to do. Then after we'll go to the others. We got some more. Yeah, I got some more from. We'll see what we got here. For requests. I got this. View uploads. Okay. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, all the tactics are here. Download. All right, then we do those tactics next. Meanwhile, the halls of justice. How the Aussies doing? Oh, Denmark still haven't scored against Australia. Come on, Aussies. Aussie. We're supporting Australia here. Yeah. All right, clear all the injuries. It's that kind of a show. Maybe we have a magic sponge for every single game we play. Yeah, I'm in a different folder. I already saw the other folder as well. Yeah. Very fast. We're just gonna go through these tactics now. Okay, ding 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 ding. Okay, ding 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 ding. I'm in the mood already. Oh man, my kids are like, Daddy, Christmas tree time. Okay, let's go. Okay, well, I Christmas is the best time of the year, man. Springkraven. There we go. Look, I'm not gonna change this tactic. This tactic is only players. Tell you right now. It's only players right now. You don't have the players for it, then that's the only reason why you're not winning. Yeah. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not overly aggressive in the center, so you get this Volante and RPM, also good combination. An RPM is a great combination. I like RPM a lot because they need good attributes. You know, by the attributes themselves, you can tell that he's going to do a lot of work. So that's always a good role. So this is a solid combination. This inverted winger, there's nothing wrong with that as well. That's also a good combination. Inverted wingers are always going to look around. So the only problem is if you don't get the right kind of inverted winger. Right? That's it. Okay, so you've seen enough of the highlights. Let's go to key highlights. I think I won't change a single thing with this tactic. Right? Prevent shot, maybe stop crosses. That's about it. But even then, also, it's not the end of the world if you don't. You've been watching my videos a bit. So Mark title, okay. Stay narrow is also fine. You know, he comes in here, wingback goes around him. Yeah. I hope you didn't add stay wider. Okay, didn't. Okay. Here dribble more. I like you, baby. You're my friend. It's a bit crazy, I know. Dribble more is a bit risky, but you got a roaming playmaker in front of him. So he's gonna play to the roaming playmaker some of the time, right? So yeah. And we're playing Bayern Munich. Not doing too badly as well. Bayer Leverkusen against Bayern Munich. That's okay. Our problem is going to be second half. These two, we need substitutes for them. This is the thing about playing this kind of tactics. You need really good players here. All right. Or rather, you need to have suitable substitutes that can come on up. The ball playing defender here is fine. We don't have a very good team, but still, you know, look at the situation. Okay, this is FCB. Okay, so now I want to try something against them. Let's go. They're going to attack me, right? Second half. We can actually drop our tempo and suck, you know, sit into a kind of what was that word for it? Sit in a defensive huddle shell. Yeah, we can do that with our setup. So okay, we're away from home, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go down to balance, or maybe even cautious. Okay, let's try cautious. And then we're not changing too much of your tactic. I don't want to change too much. This guy is not very solid, but okay. Why have I gone cautious? Cautious also reduces the intensity of my tactic. Okay, look at what he's done to my defensive line. Ooh, you stupid monk. I'm sorry. Okay, when you drop your mentality, your defensive line drops a bit as well. Your line of engagement drops a bit as well. Okay, I'm going to show you something after this game, right? Okay. Oh man, I shouldn't have changed the defensive line, right? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll be doing a video for this very soon. So hopefully you guys, you know, yeah, there's a difference right now in Football Manager, right, when it comes to defensive line. I keep saying it because it tends to be higher. Okay, not bad. See, I'm not going to change this tactic. Not a single bit. Okay. If anything else right now, we're going to hire this thing. Okay, let's switch it over. Let's get it to the flanks. Let's do this. Be more expressive. Play for set pieces. Out of possession, counter press, counter. Maybe we'll just stop the counter press now. We got about 5 minutes left in the game, right? We don't want to give up a goal too easily. Or Sane, go! He's gonna score. Yeah, maybe it's one mistake. We made one mistake in this tactic. That's it. Pushing, because this is the ball playing defender when pushing out the pitch. There, Jonathan Tah we brought. We didn't check whether he can do the job that we just asked him to do, which is dribble more, take on players. And you see this? 2 players, they got tired. See, we didn't sub these two. We didn't bring on 2 players. This is what's going to happen to you in Football Manager right now. We played brilliantly for 90 or 85 minutes, right? Look at the AI here. Our mistake was we didn't change our midfield. You need to change your midfield, right? If you want to, like, we could have beaten Bayern Munich. I was very confident of beating Bayern Munich. I just forgot to bring on the substitutes. But it's a solid tactic. Don't change it. Yeah, just learn how to play with TIs. Like you want to chase the game, maybe soak things up like this. Okay, you can definitely go away from home, play on balance. Like I'll show you something. I think we can see it now. Schedule. Let's see this. Okay, I want to show you something about the okay. All right. This is what we look like without the ball, right? This is what we were like with the ball. Yeah. When you play with a higher defensive line, much higher defensive line, your players are going to be slightly further up, higher up the pitch, like this. Even when you have possession of the ball later. So when your boys have the ball, right? This is with the ball instructions, right? These are average positions with the ball, but your starting positions for when you want to defend is actually higher. Yeah. So it's one of the reasons why when you have a ball over the top, okay, there are two things you can do. The first thing you can do is see our second half, right? After I changed my defensive, remember what I did in the second half? I dropped my mentality, right? So after I dropped my mentality, the positions were deeper now. Okay, I stopped playing on positive mentality. So when you play on positive mentality, which is what you're doing here, this is how I have the pitch of team was when they were defending, right? I changed it to defensive mentality, cautious mentality from here. This is how we were. This is a very, very big thing. Everybody is not seeing on Football Manager right now. I'll release a video. There's a PDF guide that's going to come out very soon. I'll explain it in the PDF guide with images as well. But just bear this in mind whenever you go away from home, right? Okay. When you put a higher defensive line, sometimes it's worth it to lower your mentality. One option is to drop your mentality so that you don't make a drastic change to your defensive line, but drop your mentality. Yeah. You don't have to play positive all the way. Just go there cautious. Yeah. Try cautious. It's not the end of the world when you play on a different mentality. Okay, now, oh my God, this is my aeroplane tactic from last year, is it? You took it out from the Discord folder. This was one of the tactics I made last year. It's back again. This is it's in our Discord. It's in the tactics folder, right? Yeah, I think it's in the public tactics folder as well. Yeah, that was a crazy ass tactic. It was fun to play with in FM 21, in FM 20, but not so fun now. Okay, so let's go. Let's see this tactic in play. Not very, very good, no. Because of the lack of width in our tactic. Once again, what we want to see is what are you using? Okay, when you want to play this kind of a tactic, you gotta make sure. Okay, this guy's right, gotta stay wider. They're using wide centre backs coming up when you have DM on support. It is quite aggressive actually. Yeah, if you can win the ball, the second ball and the first ball, go for it. Yeah, this is a very aggressive tactic. If you can win the first ball, you can keep a lot of pressure on the opposition. Yeah, why not? Might be interesting at home. Yeah, and again, at home is okay, and you're not playing on higher mentalities, right? Because when you play on a higher mentality, your players are further away from goal when your defensive line. So right now, this is not too bad. Yeah, can work. Because if you look at my tactic from last year, I had Bazala and Mazala, right? I play even more. My tactic from last year was even more psychotic. See what has happened? This is tight. So your defensive line is high at home. Because at home, right, your defensive line tends to be higher than it is. The same tactics, defensive line. Home and away is not the same. Okay? At home, it is even higher. Away, it is a bit more lower. So you know that. So what are you doing when you set up a tactic like this? You're watching out for where your wide centre backs are. When the ball comes over the top, if they are winning the header, you're safe. If they're not winning the header, start praying. That's all with this tactic. It's fun. I like this tactic. We can drop it to balance. Yeah, you don't have to play on very attacking. It's a cool tactic. We don't have to change it. I mean, I don't want to change it because it's fine. Inverted winger, inside forward, AM attack. I know this tactic. Yeah, white centre back, DM. It's a good tactic. Well done, man. It's funky. It's fun. One of those fun tactics you want to play with, right? Yeah. Advanced forward because it's a focal point of the attack, right? So you don't dilly-dally in the final third. When you put a pressing forward support, there's a chance you will concede a goal because your attack transitions are actually going to be pressing forward, dropping deep, giving it to other players. You lose the ball, one over the top, you're done. Yeah, you're done. Yeah. So here it's different, right? So you look at this. This is not bad. This is very modern. Yeah. But it's crazy because you're gonna look at your flanks. But again, you're probably not gonna do well against good teams. Right? This is an average team, right? We are playing against. But if you're playing against a really good team like Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, they're gonna punish you because they will be able to defend against your players. They put one down the track. Here in this place, you see this is where you will lose the ball, right? So against better teams, they might win the ball. Here, you're exposed. So this guy has to be very, very fast and very, very good. So you want to get wide centre backs are very good. You got your 3 defenders that will be very good defenders. You got average defenders, you'll struggle. Yeah. It can work. It worked last year. I know it worked last year. It will go only as yeah, I try. Don't do. You try one centre back and only 2. Yeah, don't try wing backs, man. You cry. You don't go wing backs. See, no. That's too dangerous. That's even more. I mean, I have heard of Bold, right? But that's way out there, man. Yeah, the wide centre back is okay. Yeah, ball playing defender will dribble the ball and then he might end up here. Okay, wide centre back at least they're a bit safer than the ball playing defender. Right. Okay. So this is when I would choose not to play with a ball playing defender. Okay. So we got this. This is we're just gonna play this out. Yeah. And we're gonna just speed it up because we don't need to see any more goals. Right. Seriously, I don't need to show you anymore. This is one of those other tactics. I think I was using a libero last year. Last year I used the libero in this setup. So the central player moved higher up the pitch. You see what I mean? An average team like this can open you up, and they're only 10 men. So if you don't win the ball and these guys get tired, you struggle. Yeah. See how important these players are. This transition here in the final third is very, very important. Yeah. Okie dokie. Next tactic coming up. And what's the story with Australia and Denmark? Still 0-0. Wow. So all the drama was last night. So all you England fans happy. Are you excited? England. Phil Foden scoring. Marcus Rashford had such a good game. I think he scored. Isn't he the first player to score from a direct free kick this entire World Cup? First time, right? It hasn't happened for a long ass time, man. Everybody has not scored from direct free kicks. I mean, this World Cup doesn't make me feel World Cup-y. Yeah, it doesn't have the same mood. Again, I watch the World Cup and go what? Okay, big deal. Nice goals. That's about it. But there's no there's no side stories. Other World Cups usually we have side stories fans of what's happening here, what's happening there, in different parts of the the community, football. What all the side stories that come, like the fans, the grounds. People here, the grounds, you got a stadium there, number stadium 743. What the f is this, man? The stadium doesn't have a name, it has a number. I'm like, what? Where is the passion? I mean, if you're playing a game at Stade Reims, you know that there's history behind the stadium. You play a game, or the Azadi Stadium in Iran, there's some history in the stadium. You can talk about some real nice events that happen. But this World Cup, Stadium 972. Welcome to Stadium 972. We're having the World Cup game. This is one of the greatest games that happened in the World Cup was Argentina was 7 goals down. They came back to beat Brazil 8-7 in a fantastic game here in Doha at Stadium 972. The stadium will be removed eventually. That's why it's given a number. These are the reasons why I can't watch the World. Part of me doesn't want to watch the World Cup. I'm like, yeah, man. Where's the magic? Magic is happening at Stadium 972. Don't make me. Oh, wow. He went onto the pitch. He got injured straight away. I mean, he doesn't like Stadium 972, apparently. He doesn't want to play anymore. That's his protest. Okay, 4-2-3-1. What's the problem with the 4-2-3-1? 4-2-3-1 has to be aggressive in the final third, right? Okay. When you play a 4-2-3-1 right now, Football Manager, you can play a 4-2-3-1. A 4-2-3-1 works. Just because the AI is playing with DM tactics doesn't mean you have to. Okay, why? Now, the problem is this AI, the two DMs are in trouble because you are playing high up the pitch. You are controlling the final third with these guys, right? Okay. So, you shouldn't have a problem. As long as you have two solid central midfielders. The only problem with these 4-2-3-1 systems are going to be your substitutions, changes. That's it. CM on defense, box-to-box midfielder, fine roles, nothing wrong with it. AM, safe, right? He's going to probably safe, but have you seen his PI? It's not, that's it. Take more risks. No biggie here. I have an attack, wing back, adequate support, run wide with the ball, inverted wing on attack, a bit aggressive, dropping this way, looking to put one over the top. For these two players, yeah, maybe I'll just tell him, hey, maybe I just want to do something. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything with this tactic. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. You don't have to pick anything, no? You don't have to go step up more, drop off more, trap inside, trap outside, stop, cross, invite, cross. Who says you must, just because they're here doesn't mean you have to tick them all the time. I don't. You don't have to. Don't feel the need to tick unnecessarily, okay? Like, sometimes what I do is, I've taken the lead, right? What I'll do is I'll do this counter press. Maybe I'll just stop the crosses now. That's it. Okay, we don't need the counter press all the time. Because why? Now I've taken the lead. So if I play this kind of system, because I know if they fail to win the ball back with a counter press, I open this entire area up to their 4. Because they're playing a target man combination, right? So that's the only thing that you might want to think about when you play this game. Okay, other things you might want to think about, work ball into box is fine. You can drop your tempo against weaker teams and say, okay, fine, but let's take our own sweet ass time to score a goal, right? Okay, that's it. Get players into good passing positions. You've got players with good composure. Yeah, they will love this instruction because you're not rushing. You're not like, higher tempo. Sometimes you see your team just chucking the ball forward, making a decision. So it's good because sometimes you can, higher tempo counter press works very, very well together, right? Because you're not going to slow things down, right? Okay. So you think about why you use counter press. That's how I play it, at least. You don't have to have. I take out counter press, I go lower tempo. Take my own sweet time and try and score goals. Yeah. There's no reason to push. Yeah, boom. Again, no counter press. They just drop into a nice position. Yeah, look at them. Position defensively, got into a good position. Yeah. And then his positive mentality, was it advance forward? Yeah, no wonder. Okay, pressing forward attack, please. Thank you very much. Okay. So sometimes you see those kind of things happening. Pressing forward attack will go left and right. Right? He's going to drift, open up the channels. You got 4 players behind. You got 3 other players behind him. You're making space for the rest. I personally prefer pressing forward to an advance forward, especially if I'm using something like this. Advance forward is good, not bad, but I think pressing forward is superior as a role. Because you get the same, but you don't get him running off on his own. He doesn't become the focal point of the tactic. See? Easy can busy. All right. I like this tactic too. It's quite cool. Simple. Not too complicated. Okay, so... okay, all right. I'm going to pull his tactic and then I'm going to pull everybody else's tactic as well. Okay, existence. Download this. Okay, while we wait for that, we got other tactics from you guys. Where we are, this one, right? This is the one, latest one. Was this 11, 16, 11, 19? Public, this is the one. Okay. Okay, extract files. No, first things first. Let's delete the tactics that are already in here, so we don't get too many tactics. Sports Interactive, Football Manager, Tactics, MBYT. Delete, done. Okay, next, download, copy, where's the folder? Okay, done. Now the rest. This one. Extract files. These are the ones you sent. You guys sent. You guys are watching the show right now. Right? Okay. Done. Okay, let's take a look at the tactics. Load. Here we go. We got a lot of tactics here. First tactic, let's do this. Okay, we got Buddy, good fella, your tactic. And then we've got the rest of the tactics as well. We should have all the tactics in here. At least that's how I see it. Okay. Think so. Okay, yeah, they should all be there. Alright, okay. Holy guacamole, this is fun. Okay, a bit of an asymmetric tactic. Okay, magic sponge time. Send assistant, squad. Yeah, baby, come on, magic sponge, ding. I'm like a kid, man. It's a save game. Oh no! I don't do save games, man, son. I don't do save games. You have to send in a tactic. Yeah, I'm not gonna load a save game because it's gonna take for some of you guys have got big ass save games. Okay, nice. Okay, it can work. I can see how it works. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing. I got some misgivings about that role, which is the what's that role in the ball playing defender, right? Maybe white center back in that particular case might actually be a better idea. Yeah, because the white center back will just sometimes do crosses for you too. Yeah, apart from deeper areas, you can actually get sometimes they do that. And then they won't dribble the ball through like a ball playing defender. Ball playing defender is going to dribble the ball through and then look for a pass, right? Whereas the white center back will just play the pass down the line. So that's a slight difference between the two. So that's the reason why you might favor the white center back here. I will favor the white center back over the ball playing defender in this particular setup. Yeah. Okay, so we've got everything. Let's see whether got any funkiness going on. No funkiness, 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 no funkiness. Okay. Some funkiness here. No. It's precisely for that reason I'll be worried about this guy. Yeah. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that with him. Yeah. Probably on the left, maybe. But dangerous. It's slightly dangerous. He might still be a good tactic. Yeah. But I probably, against really good teams, I could lose the ball there. And someone he's got DLP right in front of him. Why would he want to do that, right? Yeah, he might end up giving the ball to the DLP a lot of the time. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we go. One over the top. Defender takes his own sweet ass time. Ball playing defender. Oh, white set. Yeah, okay. Nice pass. This is good. Over the top. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Good movement off the ball. Yeah. These two combining here. One over the top for that player. Low crosses. Low crosses is if you're camping. I tell you something, right? Low crosses is like you against a weaker team and you're in their half all the time, you're moving them about. Then if you're moving them about, I expect to see a max boom width. Okay, at least that's there. Yeah. I rather use mixed crosses as a default for most tactics. Low crosses is fine. Yeah, you see a lot of cutbacks. But then you're prioritizing one style of football, right? But here you've got inverted winger who's not going to like the low cross, right? He wants to play the early cross, right? So those guys are playing the early cross. So you're basically, what you're trying to do with this whole team is tell them, hey, I'm prioritizing cutbacks. Get up the pitch here and do the crosses from here. But this guy is, inverted winger over here is probably going like, what about me? So that's why I did remove that. Okay, so let's make another change. Okay, now we change this guy to a white center back on support. That's it. Okay, shoot less often. Okay, ball playing defender, shoot less often. Okay, fine. Why would, seriously, yeah, okay, just don't understand why this is here, but okay. There may be a reason why people like that instruction. I might not see it. Yeah. Still don't understand why there's a need for shoot less often. Yeah. Okay, so generally, I think I would leave most of this tactic. I'll just change this guy from a ball playing defender to white center back and remove the, what's that instruction called? Again? Low crosses to mixed crosses. Yeah. That's what we do. If you do that, you'll be fine. Then at least you get a bit more variety. You're not depending on just that. Get into the final third and, do a cutback when the inverted winger might be looking for an early cross. Right? This guy is gonna love the early cross. Counter. Why counter? Why? Okay, why no counter? It's counter press only. Okay, I'll rather do something like this, right? This way you don't open up. This way you might open up. See, because you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all gonna try and win the ball. What if you don't win the ball back? See, if you don't win the ball back, this is a bad move, right? Counter, you're always looking for a counter. Leave it. Just leave or just uncheck it, both. Leave both unchecked. Nothing wrong with that. But I would probably do it. I'll leave both unchecked for this tactic. This way I get the security, we get a bit of a security blanket with our tactic. Otherwise, we're going to have issues against better teams. Yeah. All right. Second goal scored. My fit. So who are the England guys here? Come on, oh man. All the England people. Man. There we go. See? No more go to the byline, cross the ball. Go to the byline, cross the ball. Now we got a lot of nice little funky crosses. Right? Oh, we got a play over the top. Nobody's going, hey, you know what? We're only going to the byline. Yeah. Don't play. I mean, I don't get another thing I don't understand is why everybody wants to have low crosses. Low crosses is so 22. All right, in fact, it's so 21. Yeah. As 21, we were all into narrow. Working and watching when you can. Oh, sounds cool, man. So England, I think, okay, who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Who do you think are favorites for the World Cup based on performances? You're happy with Southgate? Yeah, I'm happy with Southgate. I mean, if I was an England fan, I'd be very happy with Southgate. I think he's slowly getting players into their rhythm as well, confidence as well. Like, he doesn't want to push it. Harry Maguire is like all the commentators I've been listening to, right? There's this French commentator who's extolling the virtues of Harry Maguire. There's an Italian commentator who's been extolling the virtues. They said the same thing, They said, both of them said, essentially, they said, if England doesn't want him, he can always come and play for us. That's how good they rate him. So, yeah. I think Harry Maguire just playing for the wrong team. He's just slow, that's it. I mean, he's slow, but he's very smart. Right? He's got a big head on him. More ways than one. Yeah, look, small little changes. That's all you need. Right? This tactic is actually quite good. Yeah, quite good. Just matter to make 1 or 2 tweaks. You guys are telling you, this community, FM community, all of you are masters of tactics, okay? I've yet to come across a tactic that is so bad, I had to go in and say, I'm not using it, guys. Seriously, we can't use this tactic at all. Okay, give up. Don't play this game anymore. Come up with a better tactic. Hardly have to say this. Holy la la. This is a very interesting tactic. This is a fullback on attack, CD, CD, CD. Mass going this way, DM. Okay, let's play this tactic for a while. I have some thoughts. The problem with this game is, you've got to think about how your width is going to be playing, right? Okay. Sometimes, against better teams, you don't want to take too much time building up play. Second thing, away from home, you also got to ask yourself this question: how much time do you have to give the opposition? So, because if you're taking a long time to build out your attacks, the opposition are just waiting for you. They've camped inside their half. They're going like, what's taking you so long to try and shoot? All right, that's going to happen. So, sometimes you got to be careful. Your baby, this is your baby, correct? I don't know if you guys were here for the tactic I made. The 5 at the back, right? We had like 5 defenders just like this, but we were very aggressive at the back. Now, 3 central defenders, a sweeper here, sweeper keeper on defense. I'm slipping over my own words. Mass going this way, CM on the. So basically what's happening is he's running away. This guy is helping out. And so who else is bringing the ball through this area? This area. Specifically this area, this channel. Who's in charge of this channel? That's what we're going to try and spot when we play this game, right? So, see, whenever you look at the tactics in game, you're going to try and see how you build up through your transitions, right? So, okay, let's go. Boom, boom, shaka. Let's go to comprehensive just to see Just see the build up. Okay, football manager. This tactic is not your friend. Why? They also don't come out and play football. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 players. They say, guys, all of you, there's 7 of you. I want you to stay in the half. Right? Don't come out. Don't be ambitious. Okay, stay back. And then the thing about this tactic is it makes you think that if you're playing against a weak team, they're never coming out. I've had a game once where I wasn't coming out. I wasn't attacking them and they weren't attacking. So I was laughing and laughing and laughing because I was watching on 90 minutes. I was watching these backlines pass the ball to each other and nobody was pressing them. I was like laughing so hard because I thought it was hilarious. Okay, I said to send it to SI. I said, come on guys, we gotta stop this. This is too much. Yeah, but this can happen. These wingbacks are gonna bomb up the pitch. When they bomb up the pitch, who is stopping them? Only these two. Right? Okay. So against this kind of tactics, normally when I play against this kind of tactics, it's a case of I'm never letting them out in 1,000 years. Okay, I'm going to pressure them. I'm going to move this line around. I'm going to score goals. But we can't do it with this system. So what we're going to see is how well we build up play. Very fun. It probably is very fun in live play. Because in fact, right, I don't know where, I think Stinger was here, no? I think Stinger was here. We made, on the stream, right, I did a tactic. I said this, if I play FM draft mode right now, I got a back 5 system, 5 at the back and 2 DMs, right? This is how I set it up for draft mode. I think that is potentially a very strong draft mode tactic because it's going to slap people sideways. You come and hit me, boom, I slap you, 1 goal. Okay, the thing this tactic is, this is very defensively solid. There's nothing wrong with it. In the sense that Mazzara is going to go this way, Mazzara is going to go this way. If anything else, and I like the fact that he's using fullbacks. Why? Fullbacks on attack, right? What they're going to do is someone is adjusted the positioning with the overlap. So their initial positioning is a lot higher. Okay, because they are a lot higher, they are passing option to somebody, right? So the other thing is this: he's not got fully wide. If he goes fully wide, then everything revolves around the fullbacks. This is still pretty safe. Yeah. There we go. Defend. Block. There we go. And then 1 over. Yeah. I don't think there's too much I would change. I mean, it's have you tried it? Have you tried it against the AI though? The only thing is against the AI, it can work against the AI. It's very defensively solid as well. Look at that. You know, you win the ball, right? And then it goes up and then you don't waste too much time. I like the fact that I love the fact that you don't have to play out defense right by using a super keeper. That I like. Okay, you don't have to play super keeper on defense. You can actually play super keeper on attack or support. Yeah, see, nice. This is a quite bad. I thought you didn't have to play the game. Oh, I only use against it. I thought you say you cannot make tactics. Stop bullshit. You can, man. Okay. I find it very funny. Yeah, this is a good tactic. It's alright, right? I mean, okay, we gotta have a few problems defensively. We all on. It's okay. I think me. I'm sorry. Against the AI, I've got different. I wouldn't change this tactic one way or the other. Okay. I want to try something. Okay. Now I'm trying something. Okay. No. Wait, very defensive. I wouldn't change your tactic, but I want to try something different for the fun of it. Yeah, this is just me being an ass. Yeah. No tackle ladder. Okay. Boom. Very defensive, right? Okay. Like this. Stop the cross. This could be crazy. Mixed hit. Uncheck this. Right, defense. Okay, let's see what happens. Right? Experimental time. Yeah. So what I've done is, I've just gone very defensive, right? Very defensive, but somebody got a red card. Must have. Do you have tackle harder, some players? What is, okay, just remove tackle harder. Okay, that's it. They've got tackle harder for some reason. Somewhere. In the final third, you don't need tackle. Oi, we scored 1 goal. No, they scored 1 goal. Eintracht Frankfurt. We got 1 red card, man. No fun. So now we go to. I like it. I like this tactic. I wouldn't change it too much. I just wanted to try something different. But apparently the game doesn't seem to think that I should be trying something different. We've got a player sent off. Okay. Now I think we ball playing defenders, we might run away. We might have no issue with that missing player. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go. White players again looking for a run from the inside. This time we got so many players who potentially could make those kind of runs. There we go. Okay. Yeah, BPD will pull them too far away. There's a possibility that could happen. Yeah. Now, just trying this because now we have a player sent off as well. So I need extra men to bring the ball forward. So that we don't get that issue with this Mr. CM. So what? We got the ball in there. Oh no, we don't have. Actually, that's attacking. They're attacking us. What a goal, man, from Frankfurt. Timothy Chandler. I like this tactic. I like your original tactic. I mean, I made a couple of changes, but I don't think they were necessary. Yeah. But I would probably remove the hard tackle. The hard tackle is it's a bit of a it's a bit dangerous. The tackle harder, right? On one of the rules. Okay. How did I play this? Mine was different, no? This is not a show about my tactic, it's about your tactic. So yeah. I only had 2 DMs like this over here. And I played 2 and then I had 1, 2, 3. Basically a 5-2-3. That's a defender doing all the work. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I probably would use CDs, but I like the idea of ball playing defenders too. Because the Mazalas are going to be going, you're just going to be pulled out a bit more. That's all. Yeah. But overall, I think it's still a solid tactic. Yeah, I wouldn't change too much. Complete wingbacks might be something you might want to consider on attack. Yeah. I think gives you a bit more. Because of fullbacks on attack, right, when they got obstacle, they will just pass inside, right? But complete wingbacks can go narrow. They will roam. Something that your tactic needs, right? And they don't always sit wide, right? Sometimes they go inside. Yeah, this is the other thing. Okay, let's see. Do we have... Yeah, okay, stay wider is there. So far, so good. Even 10 men down, looking quite solid. I mean, sorry, 10 men down. We're 1 man down. Playing down to 10 men. Yeah, it's working fine. The complete wingback came up earlier. I play on very defensive mentality. Okay, the reason why I did that was because if I'm right, this tactic plays even better on lower mentalities. Right, it will play even better on lower mentalities. So I could play this on very defensive mentality, but I'll play this as a complete wingback here. These are only 2 changes I probably make. Yeah. Yeah. Or if you want width, right, the widest player is the wingback. Yeah. That's the widest. You get the width, a lot of width from wingbacks. Ease off tackles, close out more, shoot less often, run out with ball, take more risks. Yeah. There's a lot of PIs for a fullback. Because fullbacks will pass inside when they have an obstacle. They'll look for somebody else to play. The only reason why I know why you use this, you PI the crazy, you PI him like crazy because you didn't want dribble more. Yeah. I get it. But overall, I think it's still it's very nice. Yeah, okay. So what do? We arrange it by this, right? DJ singleton your tactic. Okay. All right. Okay. Here again, two advanced forwards. You can play well with two advanced forwards, or you can play with a pressing forward attack. The guy, because you got CM coming this way, right? Okay. This pressing forward could actually, okay, wait, let me see which side is the better side. Got wing back coming this way, he's positioning this way, he's going to do a diagonal into this space if you got AF here. That's one. That's how I look at the tactics. Let's just play this tactic for a while. I won't be covering every single tactic, right? No worries. I thought it was a good tactic, man. I really thought it was a good tactic. I know I'm not the sort of person that thinks that we have to play in a very orthodox way in Football Manager, because your fullbacks, I should show you. I don't know where mine is. It's probably on probably somewhere out there. I don't know where I put my tactic. I have inverted wingbacks, and then I have a wide setup with two DMs. It was quite fun because the AI couldn't score a goal. 90 minutes. The tactic that we made, right, with 5 at the back with 2 DMs, the AI actually had a cardiac arrest, 0 XG. The whole game. In fact, we had a few games, right, where the AI had 0 XG with that tactic because they couldn't score. We kept dominating possession all the way. And we played on very defensive mentality. I think SI has tweaked that right now because I think it was too OP. It was way too strong. Okay, now wing back. Yeah. Okay, honestly, this tactic, you got advanced forwards, they run the channels when they don't have an option. They'll come, one of them will come deep. You're playing a balanced mentality. To be perfectly honest, this tactic doesn't need too many changes. If there's anything you want to change, see that's what's happened. The advanced will drop a bit deeper, right? That's what they do. You don't get a situation where both of them are going to run off and say adios amigos, right? We're not going to worry about the rest of the team. You're playing a balanced mentality as well. Again, there's no real need to change anything here. Counter regroup. I mean, okay, I wouldn't do regroup. I just leave it like this. Okay. Counter regroup. Regroup means your players are always prioritizing getting back into defensive position. Sometimes you may want to win the ball. Wow, much lower defensive line. This is okay. This is crazy. Okay, all right. This is very deep, no? Yeah, because you don't want your... The problem with a much lower defensive line is your lack of options up top. And this, you're going to have multiple players closing down in this zone here. Drop on more. Okay. Trap inside. No, don't touch traps. Traps are a problem. I honestly think there's a problem with traps right now. Okay, don't play with any traps. Leave traps completely alone on Football Manager. Right? Don't use the trap. I'm waiting because trap is not working. I don't think it's working the way it was designed. I think there's a bit of a bug with traps. I would probably uncheck those and then just play. If you want to, just use OIs. OIs are working quite well. Yeah. Because traps, right? If you don't set up your tactic correctly, like right now we have CM on attack. So this area of a trap, right, is not going to work, right? Because who's going to win the ball back? DM might get pulled out of position. You got a very safe low block. You're soaking teams and trying to hit them on the break. So I would just leave it like this, right? Drop off more. Yeah, okay. I see the argument for drop off more, right? You just want this block to keep moving down the pitch, right? But if you play against a team that is sitting back as well, then you have to think about how you want to move this. So you have to move the block higher. So if you're playing against a team that says, look, we're going to let you break us down, right? Okay. What do you do then? Change one of these. Probably change this guy to a pressing forward, right? On attack. So he runs the channel here. Then what you do here is you raise your defensive line so you get these guys up high up the pitch. Yeah, so I'll just do it right now for you. Okay, so standard. We play a mid block. Okay, drop off more. I'll drop this a bit. I don't want them to be running all over the place. We leave this alone again. Stop the cross. Keep it simple. Okay, done. Keeping it very, very simple, right? So not too many. I didn't add too many moving parts to your tactic. Yeah. So that's it. So you can still play. Oh, I forgot to change this guy to a pressing forward on attack. So he puts pressure on the defenders, and if he does win the ball, he's just going to release this striker here as well. So So pressing forward attack has got that instruction. What's the instruction called? Place risky passes, right? So yeah. What the AI is trying to do is just trying to score a late goal. Now, again, this tactics are very simple. Always substitute these two guys if you can. Otherwise, you're going to concede goals. All right. So we are playing high up the pitch, slightly high up the pitch, and going to a mid block. It's still relatively safe. Yeah, as you see. And we are now trying to score a second goal instead of a counter. So what we did was we snapped in midfield. Strategy a lot of teams, some coaches do recommend is when you have a 1-goal lead and you want to defend that 1-goal lead, don't sit back. Try and win the ball center of midfield. Try and deny them. Try to hit the other team in the transition phase itself so they can score your own goals, right? And convert them into counter-attacking opportunities, which is just what we've done. So we sat back, and then after that, we scored 2 more goals late in the half. When they're pushing to look for the equalizer, they can't recover in time. So it's only 1 goal, wasn't 3. It was close, but this is the only changes are made to your tactic. All right, next tactic. Conte is not that deep, no. Yeah, that is my personal opinion. I don't think Conte is as deep as in that. 4-2-4 low block. What is with all you guys in low blocks? Come on, man. Give me some funky tactics to play with. Oh boy, this is crazy. This is dangerous. Okay, let's play this. Okay, we'll play this and I'll show you why. Okay, not all low blocks. Sometimes you have to think, right? If your gap between your defensive line and your line, because if you're playing too compressed and then your maximum pressing, then what's going to happen is multiple players might go for the same player, right? With the ball. Who's got the ball? A few of them are going to go after him, and when you do that, you get into trouble. So you end up in a situation where you didn't want to be in. Space opens up, especially this guy was set up. Counter regroup. If you're going to regroup. Every time you lose the ball, you want them to bust the guy and come back. And only leave these two up top. Okay, let's see if it works. Moi probably won't play that way. I probably would. I don't use regroup is good if you want to regroup is not a bad instruction if you've already got the goal, right? But why start with regroup? Don't start with regroup. Regroup after you score a goal. Okay, then it makes sense. But you haven't scored a goal, then with a top heavy system like this, just remove it. Right now, I'm going to start making changes straight away. Just hit regroup straight away, right? Then at least when you lose the ball, oh god, in the third points to the spot. Okay, we got other changes to make. Okay, what have we got here? Sweeper keeper, distribute, pass into space. Yeah. What we'll do is come in here. I know you're gonna play a low block, right? So what we'll do is something like this. Okay, low block, standard defensive line, slightly further away from goal. Okay, we don't have prevent short goalkeeper distance. Stop the cross. Cautious is fine. Play out defense. No play out defense. You know, do counter. Okay, play out defense is okay if you want to build play out from the back, right? So this guy should be fullback. Okay, let's do more to him. Take more risk, cross on byline, stay wider, run with ball. Okay, get him out the pitch. Or play him as a wing back. But the thing is, I don't want him to be dribbling with the ball. Yeah. Okay, goodbye. Keeper kicks the ball long. We win the second ball. True. And we get our equalizer. Alright, so we just changed it right now. We just made 1 or 2 small changes to your tactic, right? Okay. What have we done? First, this is what I recommend. Right? Fullback, get this guy up the pitch. Take more risk, cross from byline. Get him to get up the pitch. What you want is somebody keeping up with the volante. Here, ball playing defender is a good option, right? Distribute quickly, counter, and we don't do another regroup. Pass into space, run defense. Yeah, we took out play our defense. There's no point, right? Unless you want to draw the opposition up the pitch and then you're good enough to avoid the press. Find your players with the pass. That's when you do play our defense with a low block. If you're not, then remove it. Because I'm not a good team, so I took it out, right? I'm not like, if I was like Man City or Liverpool, I have it on. Yeah. Sometimes that's what teams like them do. They want the opposition, they play our defense because they want to attract the press. Right? So instead, we don't do something like that. So it's quite simple. Okay, that's too bad. He lost the ball. And defending well. Right? So we still got the block going and we're hitting one over and we're trying to create goal scoring opportunities. Same thing. Right? Okay. We got a low block. Much better. We don't max press. We stop the cross. Pass into space. Right? We just made a couple of changes and we're getting better transitions because we don't want to use regroup. Because every time you lose the ball, these guys are just going to drop back. I'm letting the players make the decisions for themselves. Right? Because sometimes they're counter press, sometimes they're regroup. Now we've gotten the lead, right? Okay, so what I can do now is, since we've gotten the lead, we'll do it now. We regroup straight away. From now onwards, when we have the ball and we lose the ball, I want players to get in the defensive positions. Oh, that's good dribbling, man, from this guy. Okay. Okay, so from here, we go to KRX. Yeah, okay, that's it. So this tactic on its own, these are the only changes I make. Other than that, we don't need to make any more changes. Okay, so bang, 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 1.45. Okay. But of course, we're not going to have high possession, right? This is look at the block. We're low block. Getting up the pitch, the transitions are fast. We're getting into good positions. Yeah, that's all we wanted to see from this tactic. And back in again. Yeah. Here, early cross, we don't... Does it mean that... Okay, does this mean, if you don't choose this, does it mean that you will never hit an early cross? No, you will. If the players have... if you're playing on the right... Like, right now we're playing cautious. You're not going to take too many risks, right? Okay. But if some of these players have take more risks, like him, he will try. Yeah, so we can even trial him to do it, right? If you wanted to, and then tell him to go more direct with his passing. If you want to, that's it. You know, if you're so inclined, he'll try longer passes from the back. You get ballistic missiles from the back. Also possible, but we're regrouping now when we lose the ball. So why not? So these guys take a bit more risks with their passes. So now we've got like a simple low block, right? But at least when we get the ball and we move up the pitch, we get into attacking phases. Oh, one other thing, I don't, these tactics, I don't put them back on the Dropbox folder. So if you want these tactics, you can ask the guys who created the tactics. No, so I've been receiving requests. Can I have the tactics from this bring tactics? They're not my tactics, right? They are somebody else's tactics. I don't repackage them and release them as my own, that kind of thing. That's why I don't save them. Right? These are all your tactics. When I do repackage them, I will tell you guys, I love your tactics so much, I'm making a copy. I'm making a version for myself. Right? So if you want the tactics from other people, yeah, you have to. Yeah, it should work. It should work most of the time. I just making small little tweaks to your tactic. You don't need. Like regroup. Don't use regroup as a starting instruction. Never do. Especially in a low block. Yeah. After you score the first goal, then you regroup. Makes more sense. Don't start with regroup. Then especially with top heavy, don't do that. Because your players are perfectly positioned to win the ball back, right? Those guys at least. And then if you play with a low defensive line or a standard defensive line, you don't have to worry about backline as well. Right? The only time you worry about backline is when you step up more, push higher defensive line. Then, yeah, okay. It's a bit suicidal. You got to worry about losing the ball. Then maybe, yeah. But then why would you play like that without counter press? So if you're doing a high defensive line, high press, then of course you play counter press on. You don't take it off. See, we're safe, right? So not too bad. Keeper, that's why I don't do play our defense. Look at this. Could have been a brilliant third, man, if we had not been offside. Or fourth. Okay. Yeah, see? Perfect. Now we don't run all over the place. Keeper is at the back, launching it up the pitch. And there's no play our defense. Defensively solid. Yep. I would leave it like this. Okay, next tactic. Australia. Come on, boys. Come on, Aussie. Do Asia proud. I'm only gunning for the Asian teams because right now apparently there's only one Asian team left. I think only one, right? It should be only Australia and Japan, right? That's it. Yeah, I'm back. I love all your tactics, guys. You guys are all fantastic tactic creators, all of you. I mean, I've seen a lot of good tactics from the community in general, right? A lot of you are making some very, very good tactics. I guess, I mean, FM to E3 is kind of easy. I mean, there's some bugs here and there, but it's not unplayable. I don't see it as unplayable. I think you guys are playing really well. Looking at the tactics, inverted winger. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Oh, okay. Mess and inverted winger, right? These two roles, both are going to try and create chances, right? But this guy's going to be a bit aggressive. He might come in and score, pressing for inverted winger. It's okay. It's not bad. Maybe change this guy to a DM. One too many. This kind of tactics, they do really well on lower tempos, right? So we'll play one game. After this, I'm going to not play any more tactics. I'm just going to give my feedback on the tactic, right? And then suggest what you can do with the tactic. Today's tactic from me wasn't the best. It's okay, man. It's not about the best tactics from you guys, right? So just whatever. I mean, like, have fun. And I like this. I consider this like a mini challenge as well. Like, you know, when I play your tactics and then we try and do something, I only got one half to make changes. Sometimes it comes off really well. Sometimes it's like it's a train crash waiting to happen. Okay, all right, we leave it. Let's see what happens, right? Okay. I think that some parts of this tactic need to be changed, right? I mean, overall, if you have the players for this tactic, it should still work. It's a very campy tactic. Okay, inverted winger. What do we do? What are we looking at from inverted wingers? They're going to look for chances, goal scoring chances. But for this tactic to do really well, you got to be a good team and camp. And you can move a team around and then score goals from there. Because that's the kind of tactic it is. Those are the kind of roles that you've chosen. But if you play against a really good team, good luck to you. Because this guy is going to wait, right? So these guys are all waiting for movement. This tactic is full of movement. For it to play well, you've got to be good at keeping the ball in your own half and in midfield. So unless you are a good team, I wouldn't play this tactic. Yeah. It's a good tactic. It can work. DLP, Mazala, I can see this working. This guy's going to come in here to score goals. Probably standard tempo, work ball into box. Yeah. Step up more. It's a very aggressive setup. Yeah. But you have to be a good team. Four one was okay. Yeah. I like the 4-1-4-1. The 4-1-4-1 flat, right? I got a 4-4-1-1 and a 4-1-4-1. 4-1-4-1, you probably need those wing backs and have you tried double attack duties on some parts, right? With some of those roles. Because it's your the one DM that you have to think about how you're going to play that one DM. Yeah. You play against PSG, I'm not making too many changes. What did I change? I changed one thing, I think. Yeah, one or two. I think one thing. I didn't change too many things, right? Yeah. This is wider work ball into box. Yeah, that's about it. See, you need good players for this tactic. Because you're going to have a lot of movement in this tactic. Right? But see, a pass, you could have pulled it off with the right players who could play those kind of passes. There we go. This tactic is good. There's nothing wrong with it. Right? If you have this tactic and you're struggling, it's not because it's not a good tactic. It's a good tactic. You're probably struggling because your team isn't good enough yet for this. Your first half, PSG could score against us. They're miles. They're so much better than we are. I think I just lowered tempo and that's all. Because this kind of tactics, they depend on, they do much better on lower tempos. Not zero tempo, but lower tempo. See, now we're going to the final third. This tactic only needs a lower tempo. That's it. And then you're smoking with this tactic. That's it. The only thing I would worry about now is, and then we don't have, we don't have too high, right? A line at the moment. Okay. I'm very tempted to remove the counter press after scoring the goal. But because this is a wingback based tactic, they need to get up the pitch, right? So we're not going to do it. We're not going to remove counter press. What we're going to do is we're going to remove, we're going to sub one of the players off. Who do we bring? I can bring him on for Florian Wirtz. Okay, players. If you bring on another player, like a more defensively minded player, then you get better. Flores is a bit more attacking, and Arangui is a bit more defensive. That's why I made the change. This guy I bring on, I'll see better defensive actions from him. Okay, so now what we do is we want to see out the game, right? Okay, regroup. All right, standard defensive line. No more step up more. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take all off. Okay. And then you can do prevent short goalkeeper distribution, but you don't need to do prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Those guys in the attack, they're just going to be in the same kind of positions. Okay, let's go. Neymar, Messi. Oh, Messi has scored, unfortunately for us. Okay, so that's it. I mean, I think this is still a good tactic. Just have to get the right players. We play quite well. I just want to see out the win or the draw or the point, or whatever you want to call it. But you need players to be able to, yeah, it's still a decent tactic. Yeah, it's a good tactic. I wouldn't change it too much, except, drop your tempo. And add regroup if you need to, if you want to see our win. Okay. Right. Before I lose my voice. I'm about to lose my voice. Okay. All right. Okay, we've done this. Now I'm just going to talk about the tactics, right? Dortmund, this tactic. Okay. Azmoun, I don't know whose tactics these are, right? So I'm just going to talk about the tactics because right now I'm losing my voice. Advance forward, play our defense. Well, okay, distribute quickly. Play our defense and distribute quickly. Do you think there's a problem with this instruction? He's going to throw it very quickly to the defenders as they bring the ball out defense. So don't need this. So if you want to do this, remove this. Then you get faster movement with the ball. Here, of course, when you play an advanced one, it's gonna go forward and attack. So you got these two doing that, and then you could add like a focus play on this side. Right? So you can do a focus play on this side so that you can attack this way. And then here, this is a perfect mid block tactic. And you can leave it like stop the crosses. Yeah, that's it. You got perfect mid block. Don't change too much. This is a perfect mid block because you're gonna build play up here and one over the top. This role is actually very safe in this position. You can even play him you have a lot of freedom with this role. Ball winning, this is like literally a free third player in a mid block. So you can put any kind of play here. You can play a ball. You can even change this to a ball winning midfielder if you want, right? This is a very good mid block. Yeah, so then you get these guys attacking into this pocket of space here. This guy can be an advanced forward as well. He'll drift into this place, encouraging this player to come up. If you have somebody here who's gets into the opposition area, it's also not a bad option. Okay, then we got Academicia. Wait, hold on. Then we got 5-2-3. La 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 la, shabalala. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is similar to what we just did earlier. All right, now in this tactic, complete wingback going this way, this guy going this way, and this guy coming this way. Here, this is one time where you think about white centre back on defense. Okay, why? Because you got this guy running up, right? You bring a ball playing defender, he's going to bring the ball up, and then he might lose the ball in transition. You don't need that right now. What you need is somebody actually protecting your flanks, because this wingback is going to bomb forward, right? So you could play with a ball playing defender on one side. Okay, I probably play him on this side where there's a ball winning midfielder here. Okay, here I'll probably try a white centre back on defense, just so that we see that a white centre back on support, so we don't run the risk of losing too much. Because if you're gonna play a ball playing defender here, bring the ball up, there is a small possibility that you will lose the ball also here, because this complete wingback is going to high up the pitch, right? And then you're going to have to hope that he's good enough to dribble through. So this is dangerous. So I would probably just play like this. CD on defend like this. Okay, this is fine. This is a bit more lopsided, right? He's going to be a bit higher. These two are going to be together. Volante. In fact, what you could do is you could, when this guy comes in, let's see. Okay, we don't have to change his passing instructions. Volante, ball winning midfielder is fine. Okay, try something like this, right? Inverted winger on support. Now you got this guy going up. He is going to hold up the ball and play into this space. This tactic can work as a mid block. Okay, if you're going to be playing as a mid block, then he has to attack the space, or somebody has to attack the space. One of these players has to attack the space, right? Because what you're getting is the wing backs coming up the pitch. So there are several ways we can do this. One, we can do an underlap, right? So this guy go up, they hold the ball, and then players are running off each other. But the problem now is no one really is sitting in this area. The guy is dropping deep. So I know this guy's on an attack duty. Maybe I would change this guy to, or this. I will probably, yeah, this one you have to work ball into box. Not hit early cross. You can't hit early cross with this tactic. If you hit early cross, there's nobody in the box. So who are you aiming for? You're not going to get players attacking that space except for the wing backs, right? So yeah, I would go inverted winger on this side, maybe an inside forward on attack. Yeah, why not, right? So if you go inside forward, inverted winger, then turn this guy into a white center back on defense. Right, then you got then you can have a complete wing back on support now. If you do a complete wing back on attack, that's also fine. There's nothing wrong with this. You got an underlap, he'll check his run. Okay, so that it's very attacking, this tactic. It can work. It's very, very aggressive. And you can actually dial this tactic down to about cautious or defensive. When you do cautious on defensive, what will happen is these guys are going to come back and help you defense still. You got backline that's quite... The reason why I'm very willing to play complete wingbacks on attack here is because you've got 3 at the back and 2 here. Right? That's why I'm taking willing to take this risk. Right, so you got inside forwards, and then now when the pressing forward drops, he's got players coming in. He's got this guy coming in. He's got width from this player. He got Volante coming up this way. He got this ball playing midfielder trying to win the ball here. He got 2 wide centre backs to give you protection on this side of the pitch. So this is how I set it up. Okay, load Dortmund. No, we done. I think this is Academica Volt. Okay, this is different. Okay. All right. This setup, right? I'll get this guy to be inverted wing back on support. Get him to come into this area. Right? So you get this, you get options. Because ball playing defender is dribbling more. He's bringing the ball up. Okay, maybe no. Change it back to wing back on support. Okay. Ball playing defender, I saw his dribble more. So this guy is coming up. This guy is coming up the pitch. Yeah. Close down more tackle harder. Okay. This guy should be a pressing forward on support. The reason why we want a pressing forward on support is we want somebody dropping here, not necessarily going here because we've got a winger coming. So this guy drops deep here. He comes up here. This player comes here to do balls over the top. Winger is here. He's got the winger to play to, right? So now this is a low block. High defensive line. Okay, you can play a high defensive line, you can play a standard defensive line. If you're going to be a low block, yeah, it could still work. Yeah. Maybe try this instead. Low block, right? Box to box coming up here. Wing back coming up here. Wing back coming up here. This guy becomes a wing back instead of full back. Wing back, wing back. Try this instead. Now you've got a low block. Focus play down the left and the right. This guy's going to shift to the left and the right whenever you have the ball. Right? So, I mean, you can do this. But when you do this, then you have to... This players will come up the pitch. And then when you lose the ball, this entire area becomes vulnerable. So what I would normally do, if you have the players for it, you could do something simple. Right? You can play like this. And then these wing backs are told to... you can ask them to play as complete wing backs and come inside here. Or you can play inverted wing backs and come inside here. Right? So inverted wing back comes here. This guy comes here. During the transition phase, you got 5 this way. Right? You get 5 in build-up play. They can still play the ball here. This guy can bring the ball through the center. Or they can play one down the line. That's one of the reasons why I prefer the inverted wing back. If you do something like this, then you have to think about this role. coming into this pocket as an inverted wingback. And then this play, because this guy is a wingback on defense, right? You really need this guy to get up the pitch. So he ends up here during the transition phase so that he can have launch quick counter attacks since he's already here. So this is how I would set it up. If like you say you want to play with a low block, play a center defensive line, this is fine. Shorter passing, probably not for a low block, probably something like this. And then play our defense, right? Okay, when you play low block and play our defense, do you have players who can play the ball over the top? That's another problem. So here now you probably want to remove player or defense, and now distribute quickly could be an option, or you play with a sweeper keeper, right? Okay, and then you can play on a balanced mentality. Now what you have is a chance to do something different, right? Hit the early cross. Yeah, that's it. Okay, you hit the early cross, at least the ball can go down the flank. The guys on the flanks can play an early ball into these players. Secondly, now we don't have player or defense, so we don't have to worry about taking too long. We don't put too much pressure on these wingbacks to bring up the ball anymore. The keeper can actually hurl the ball up. In fact, what I would probably do in this kind of a setup is come to the keeper and say, yeah, distribute to flanks. So instead of playing it like regular, like look at me, I can play the ball defense. I just ask the keeper to kick it down the flanks, get these players to try and win the ball and hurl. That's one option. Otherwise, just remove this and just leave it, like distribute the center backs. Keeper plays it out to these players, and then these players play the ball out. So this is how we set it up. Yeah, that's how it's set. Wide center back in support. You can play a wide center back in support too. Yeah, the other tactic, right? Shabala, your tactic. You can go wide center back in support. That's also another option. Play wide center back defend in your tactic, because your tactic is kind of dangerous, no? If you play that. Tunisia scored. Wow. Well, guys, it's been fantastic, man. So we've had plenty of tactics on today's shows. You guys brought in a few tactics. You guys brought in quite a few tactics. We tried to cover as many tactics as we possibly could, and I want to thank everybody. I hope that this helped you guys out. Naturally, what I don't want to do is take your tactic apart completely. That's not what I want to do. I just want to like small little things, because of course your tactic is designed for players that you have, right? I'm not going to come in and go like, oh, you should play a 4-3-3 like this, you got to play a 4-3-3 like that. There's no such thing. You can play a tactic in as many ways as you want. The game doesn't gravitate towards, there's only one tactic for Football Manager. I hope you can discover it and own it. That's your tactic. Nobody else can use it. That kind of thing. It doesn't play like that. You can play multiple tactics in this game and have fun doing it, right? And the most important thing is this. A lot of these tactics will depend on the players that you have, right? So that's why I didn't want to make too many changes, because, yeah, man, I don't know what players you're using. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you found it useful. I want to thank you once again for all your support. You guys please stay safe. Take care of each other. Let's go back and watch the World Cup. Bye-bye.